Okay, is it working now? Okay, all right, there we go. Now it's up and running. Good morning, everyone. Oh, I'm never gonna not scuff the beginning of one of these streams in some capacity. I swear I'm cursed. How's everyone doing today? I see Floating Away Today is here. Crazy Krita, Baytran, Maddie. Oh my goodness, so good to see you, cutie. How you been? I also see that Floating Away Today sent in 5 membership gifts before the stream. Head pats to you, cutie. I saw that this morning. I don't know when you sent that in, but I did see that, so I really appreciate it. How's everybody been this morning? Good. Currently babysitting puppies. How many puppies? Are we talking about like 1 or 2 puppies, or do you got like a army of puppies? Is this like 101 Dalmatians? How many puppies are we talking about here? Six? Oh my goodness. All right, that is a handful of that is a serious litter of puppies. I wish you much joy, but also much luck, because those things can get very destructive sometimes. Right? When puppies get in like a play mood, right? Like anything becomes a chew toy. And it usually doesn't last for very long. I don't know if anybody's ever had any dogs. I haven't had as many dogs as I've had cats, but I did have a puppy once. It was a black Labrador retriever. Her name was Marley, which was a huge mistake. I mean, but like, obviously, right? I watched Marley and Me too, and I wanted to get a dog after that, right? And I came home one day, right? And the amount of torn out stuffing in one of my pillows, I could have like died instantly. I'm like, why? Out of all the things that you chose to chew on today, you picked the pillow? I'm having so much fun. Sarcasm. Like, it's fun when you go over to somebody's house and they have puppies, right? And you could just play with them for a little bit. And when they start getting a little too rambunctious, you're like, all right, well, good luck with that. And then you could just kind of mosey on along, right? When you actually are responsible for them, it's a whole other thing. It is very rewarding, though. I mean, I did love having a dog. I will say this, though. Out of all the animals I had, having cats has been more fun than having dogs for me. I think I'm just more of a cat. Well, I mean, I'm obviously a cat girl, right? But, like, I think I just prefer cats more than dogs. But they're, like, I do love them both. I don't know. I think I'm just biased towards cats. Hi, Baytran. Welcome to the stream. Miss Rain, live with puppy, cats, dogs, living together, mass hysteria. Oh my god, it would be... Alright, I could handle a bunch of cats. I think I could handle, like, a horde of cats more than I could handle, like, a horde of puppies. Like, if I had to pick between the two, like, if I had to pick between watching 6 cats and 6 puppies, I'd probably pick the 6 cats. Just throwing that out there for perspective. I just reached the 4-hour mark of this babysitting session. You're doing well. Hold out strong. I believe in you. I will give you strength. But puppies and children are great when they're other people's, so you can give them back when they're too much trouble. I fully agree with you. That's also like how I feel about children. I do not mind babysitting. I don't mind watching children of pretty much any age. Like, I'm fine with it, right? Like, I'm a decent caretaker for that, right? But if you were, like, to ask me, do I want my own baby to take care of and raise 24/7? I'd be like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I can barely take care of myself. How am I supposed to be responsible for a child all the time? Convict, welcome to the stream, cutie. How you been? Okay, alright. So while I was on break, I've been working on some stuff. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm gonna load in the model that I've been working on. I'm probably not gonna settle on this model, but I just wanted to try it out on stream and just get some feedback from all of you, especially from Maddie. Well, because she's got an eye for art similar to me. So I wanted to show it off, kind of just get everybody's feedback. I did put a poll out on the channel and ask people, like, which one they liked better. Did they like the black and white sketch version, or did they like the, like, colorized version of it? And you all picked colorized, which is great. But I don't know. I still feel like the model didn't come out correctly. But again, like, this was more of a learning thing than anything else. This was like an exercise in learning how to put models together more than like a art project, if that makes sense. All right, and here is the real premise I was going for. I was trying to take a drawing that I sketched on paper and bring it to life via making it into a VTuber model. That was kind of like the premise of the experiment. I don't mind children around 2 years old. They ask interesting questions at that age. I enjoyed, because, like, I'm the oldest of all my siblings. And when my youngest sister was around 6 years old, I was, like, in my 20s. And she used to ask me so many questions, and I loved it. I kind of miss it because I, like, used to, like, she would just, I don't know. It's just, like, it's hard to explain, right? Like, but they would just, like, she would come up to me and ask just, like, the craziest things, like, about, like, where she came from, right? Like, there was one time she asked me, right? And she's just, like, because, like, all right, here's the thing that she didn't, like, really pick up on immediately, right? I'm her oldest brother, but I'm her half-brother, right? My father remarried a Filipino woman, so my sister is, you know, half Filipino, and we don't look exactly the same. And one day she started asking me a lot of questions about, like, why do we look so different if we're brother and sister? Why do we have different last names? And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, I'm not qualified to answer these questions for you. I'm like, it's very complicated. There's a lot that happened before you were even born. All right, hold on. Let me get that model loaded up. It's going to be weird for a second when it loads in, so just be forgiving of that. Rain just forgot her own... Did I just misgender myself? Did I just misgender myself? It happens from time to time. What was that Yuko YouTube short? I can't remember the title of it, but she did a YouTube short about this where she misgenders herself in the YouTube short, and it was one of my favorite ones that she ever did. It was like trans girl miss input, right? And she's like at the bakery, and she's like, ooh, I want a cookie. I've been such a good boy. And then she falls over on the floor. Entirely, it happens, right? Don't beat yourself up over it. That was the whole theme of, like, her YouTube short. It's not that big of a deal. Get over it. Apparently, we are the godparent to our siblings' kids. Brother-in-law don't like his siblings and don't fully agree with my mom. I'm sorry, with my other sister's politics. But why would they go with the sculpture with depression? Wait, that last part I didn't catch. You might need to rephrase that last part. I was with you to the but why part. That's the part I'm not sure if I'm picking up there. Lumi, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? All right, hold on. Wait, I keep saying I'm gonna load in this avatar. Give me a second. All right, here's the new model. Again, this is not like a finished thing. This was more of like an experiment, so just like bear with me on it. Where is it? Temp avatar, go. Yay, there it is. Okay, so this is the new temporary model that I've been working on just kind of as an experiment. And I didn't, like I said, I don't really like this. There's a lot of issues with this model. But what I was trying to do is take the picture next to me and, like, bring it into, like, life as a model. I learned a lot through this experiment, which is, that is a really tough thing to do. But anyways, this is what I came up with while I was working on stuff over the weekend. Well, not over the weekend, but, like, over the past 2 weeks. Like, really trying to, like, flesh out learning how to make, like, the model properly. I mean, it's cute. Don't get me wrong, but there's, like, a lot left to be desired with something like this, but we're getting better. We're getting closer to, like, where I actually want to be with a new model. But, like, the part that's, like, really hard to explain to folks is that, like, this is not exactly the same. I am drawing, but I am not drawing in the same way that, like, I would normally be drawing. And that's why I used, like, the basis of a sketch as, like, the reference point for this particular model, because, like, I didn't want to have to, like, come up with, like, a whole brand new thing. I thought it would be easier if I started with, like, a solid basis and worked from there, and that didn't quite pan out the way I was hoping to. There's also just issues with, like, the way that I layered things in and stuff, and the way that, like, the model moves from time to time. I'm also not really happy with, like, the speaking animation on it and stuff like that. The blink came out really good, though. Like, the eye isn't perfect on this, but the blink actually worked really well. So I'm like, I'm happy with that. I'm glad you all like it. One of the things that you may have trouble seeing, and you may have to, like, actually, like, full screen this to, like, see it, but, like, on my chest, you could see a line where I cut the two, like, layers together, and I tried to blend them together in Krita so they're invisible, but you could still see, like, a line, like, where the model is, like, on separate layers, and I don't know how to, like, fix things like that. That's, like, part of the process that I keep getting tripped up on, and I spend more time problem-solving stuff, like, with the model creation process than I do of just, like, genuinely creating the things I need to do to make it work. Does that make sense? Wow, very cute, Raid. That mouth opens way too far. Right, but you have to remember, Crazy Krita, it started off as that drawing, and that was the pose for the drawing, so that's just the mouth I went with. Unrelated, but I'm getting a drawing tablet soon. I can't wait to see it. You'll have to send me some pictures. What other models do I have in here? Hold on, wait. I've got a bunch. Not a bunch, but I do have, like, other models that I mess with from time to time. Let's see here. I also have Alpha Rain. Oh, that was the other one I was working on, I think. Yeah, this one. This was the other one I was doing. Again, not happy with this a lot. There is a lot wrong with this model for a lot of reasons, but it does work. But for the same reason before, you can't just sketch something and just throw it up as a model. It doesn't work that way. This is not done. This is not drawn in a way that could be used as a model properly, at least by my standards. This is a good attempt. It's fun. It's kind of cute in its own way, but this isn't really what I was going for. This was more of, like, a layering experiment. Learning how to do this. So these are, like, my two practice models to get to the real model that I really am trying to make. Wait, did Ray just admit? No, I would never do anything like that. That would be silly. Listen, we can't keep, like, having missteps like this. I already misgendered myself. I can't admit I'm cute in the same stream. I'm already scuffing the shit out of everything. I like the mouth on this one better. Yeah, I just feel like it's too sloppy. It's just too sloppy. The lines aren't drawn in correctly. I didn't cut things out properly. Like, so some of like the edges are thicker than the others. I didn't really texture things the way I like it. It's okay. it's okay. It looks cute. But it's not, like, I don't know. It's not ready for, like, using full time. So this is, like, an alpha model. The other one is, like, kind of an alpha model. But I think I'm getting there. I think I know. I think if I do this, like, 2 or 3 more times and do, like, a couple of different, like, experiments, I'll be able to finally get this figured out. Rain's always admitting cuteness. We need to move on to making her admit she's pretty. I did. We will. I vote that we don't do that. All in favor say, I'm a cutie. I think the elevation from the shoulders to the neck goes too high. Yeah, I agree. But, like, I also, well, that's something I can easily adjust, right? But I also, for, like, this one, wanted to make sure that there was actual proper movement, like, with the breathing and stuff. And I know it's subtle, right? But, like, you could see this model breathe, and, like, the chest moves a little bit with, like, my voice. And that was, like, part of, like, what I was experimenting with this particular model, too, is how do I get the individual parts to kind of interact with each other and present itself as, like, a living thing, not just a static PNG tuber that, like, has a moving mouth and blinks sometimes, right? Like, how can I make this look like I'm actually, like, a breathing character that's, like, on the screen without it being, like, this overly complicated, like, modeling and rigging setup? The rigging and the actual modeling are the hardest parts, and it is the hardest thing that I have found so far to transfer, like, my art skill to. Someone clip Rain saying, I'm a cutie! No! 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 You cannot. I was saying that you all need to admit you're cute. Alright, we're gonna go back to the other model. Hold on, I'm gonna switch back over. And now I understand, like, because a couple of people have asked me already, too. And they're like, well, why are you switching the model over? Oh, crap, I closed the whole software out. Hold on. Oh, no! Oh, come on! I scuffed everything. There we go. There we go. Demozan, welcome to the stream. I can't escape the allegations. I'll do my very best. It's not going to stop me from trying. So a lot of folks have asked me, they're like, so what's up with the, what's up with you wanting to make your new model and stuff like that? Like, what's wrong with your current model? Why don't you want to use that anymore? And I want to just, like, I brought this up multiple times, but you know, it's shocking how many times I've talked about my accident and people still come up to me and they're just like, what happened to you? And I'm like, oh God, like a broken record. Okay, so I brought this up multiple times. When I was first learning how to draw, I was on YouTube, right? But I didn't know how to make a VTuber model. So another artist, a friend of mine, offered to draw, because I didn't even have a drawing tablet, like, capable of, like, putting, like, any kind of, like, digital artwork together. I was still sketching on pencil and paper. So I designed a character and they drew the model for me to use. But, like, now I've been using it for, like, a year now, and I feel like I have the skill now to make my own model. So that's what I'm trying to do, is, like, take that art skill that I've been, like, really putting all my heart and soul into, and finally creating a model. And it will be mine. It will be 100% mine, and I can be really proud of it. It's, like, a huge goal of mine. Like, everybody keeps wondering why I keep drawing my own my own character over and over again. And it's because, like, I want to draw my own model. I need to learn. I need to learn how to draw my own character properly to do this. It takes a lot of practice. Snow Owl, welcome to the stream. It's always scuffing time. If it's rain time, it's scuffing time. Viola, welcome to the stream. How you been? I know I haven't seen a couple of you in a few weeks, so tell me how you've all been. Have any of you been working on any projects? Have any of you been working on stuff? Like, I'll tell you about my day yesterday, too. I had a good day yesterday, but I want to hear from you. Like, what's been going on? Also, my coworker literally sends me a Miku version of Minnow's Prime. It literally caught me off guard. Wait, there's a Miku version of that? I was unaware of such things. I've drawn some things with my mouse before. Yeah, but like, look at how nice and like professional and like well put together this model is, right? That's kind of the standard I'm going for here, because it's clean and it was obviously like, and I have all the parts to this model, right? But it would be too easy for me to just kind of cheat and just like trace over some of the things and like kind of like do that. I don't want to do that. Like, the whole point of this is to learn how to do the skill for myself. If I just go and trace over somebody else's like work, that's, I don't know, cheating? Not good. Even though this is like all my stuff, right? At the end of the day, I feel like I'm robbing myself of the opportunity to actually learn how to do it properly. So I'm going to keep drawing it, and I'm going to keep drawing it poorly until I figure out how to draw it not poorly. I want it to be 100% from me, my idea, my original work, right? Like, I want it to be my model 100% through and through. And like with this model, it's more like it's 50% my model because it's like based off of my character and my drawings, but I didn't draw it. And it bothers me. It doesn't bother me so badly, but it bothers me enough because I'm an artist, and like at this point, I'm capable of doing it. So there's really no reason to keep using this model anymore. Hopefully that all makes sense. It's 40 degrees Celsius outside, and I've just been kind of melting, and that's it. I had to buy a box fan, too. The past 2 weeks have been really bad with the weather. I've been melting. I haven't been feeling great. I really needed the time off from the channel to take care of, like, not only myself, but some of the like, IRL things that I really just needed some extra attention. And it's just hard to do them in between, like, my streaming schedule sometimes because I get so burnt out from like doing all the stuff I do. Even if I love it, even if I absolutely love doing it, and I do love doing it, I still sometimes like get overly burnt out. It just gets hard to juggle everything all at once. Sugar, welcome to the stream, cutie. It's so good to see ya. The sound of my fan has been... I don't like the sound of the fan on all the time too. It bothers me. But you gotta compromise, right? I've been developing a single character for like, what, 6 years? And it's soon to reach its 7th anniversary. I mean, at least you understand where I'm coming from. And like, a lot of people, like, I don't think realize like how much work it takes to like really flesh out a character. Like, when I first started designing this character, she didn't even have the blue dress and, like, the belt and, like, the trans heart belt, right? When I first made this character, she had a Vocaloid uniform like Kasane Teto. Because all I did was, like, Vocaloid fan art before. I just drew Miku and Teto all the time. So I didn't know how to draw anything else. And then we evolved it from that to, like, where it is now. And now she has cat ears and a cat tail. So now it's a cat girl, right? Like, there's a lot that's been added and removed to the character over time to, like, make her look the way she looks. And I really like the vibe she has now. I like the simplicity of the character, but also makes her stand out as unique. The dress, the belt, the bows in the hair, the way that the hair is designed, the eye patch, even though these are similar things you can find on different, like, characters, it still makes my character stand out as unique, even if it's simple. Even if it's simple. And I wanted it to be simple, and I hate to say this, but too many VTubers have too much freaking shit all over their models. Like, some of them have, like, 5 bajillion freaking, like, hair accessories in, and it's like, come on now. Right? Like, come on. I get it looks cute, but it's like, that's not even realistic. Have you ever met a girl with like 50 bajillion things in her hair like that? Like hanging off her front bang? Like, that would never happen. Weather is getting more comfortable now. This morning has been really good. It's only 78 right now. It's going to creep up a couple of degrees probably in another couple of hours, but yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Ferret, welcome to the stream, cutie. I haven't seen you in a bit. How you doing? You still making music? I've got so much to get caught up on. Holy crap. I got used to sitting under the climate satin. Wait, at work? Wait, what's a climate satin? Is that a new thing? Is that like an air conditioner I'm not aware of? Teal has been developed for like 3 or 4 years and went from a golem to a stick figure due to lore reasons. I see that you will. Well, at least they've lost some weight, right? I'm still making music. Also, help me, Raid. I'm melting. It's 81 where I live. Don't feel bad. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's gonna be getting warm and toasty in my room soon too. Raven, welcome to the stream, cutie. I find Teal to be easier to make as a Vado model because I haven't actually done a 3D model. Somebody told me to make a 3D model to help me draw my character like easier and like to do different poses, and I'm like, oh, that sounds all well and good, but I don't know how to 3D model anything. I have no idea how to do that. Air conditioning, there we go. I was like, wow, you got some new technology for me, Gombeck. Listen, if you've invented a new way to cool down my room, I'm all ears. I'm all human and cat ears for that. Okay, all right, so let me talk to you about yesterday. I don't know if anybody follows me on my social media account on transfem.social. If you haven't, I have a link down in the description below. I've been a lot more active on there recently, especially over my break. It gave me an opportunity to kind of like get back into some of the things that I'd been kind of pushing to the side that I didn't really want to ignore, but I just was like getting like kind of way too burnt out on stuff to like handle everything. But I've been posting there more recently, and I finally got an opportunity to go out to the park yesterday, and I had an amazing day. It was amazing. I had been stuck inside for weeks because I don't really get a lot of opportunity to leave the house other than to like do chores and stuff. So yesterday I was like, I'm not gonna end my like 2 weeks off by not leaving the house a single time. So it's like I'm going outside and I'm spending like as much of the... Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Look, I don't... Wait a second. I know who that is. I know who that is. Wait a second. Hold on a second. I don't know if they're watching the stream right now. Luna, are you here? If you're here, cutie, I'm gonna be giving you head pats. I don't think she's actually watching the stream. Oh my goodness. All right, well, I'm gonna go read the Ko-Fi message anyway, see if she sent anything in. It just says, oops. Oops, you did that on live stream, kitty. Don't know if you meant to do that, but take your head pats anyways. Oh my goodness, she's so sweet. Okay, so just so like other folks who are like, not everybody follows me for my YouTube content. Some people don't. Some people only are interested in my art stuff. So that's why I got like a little confused there, because I'm like, I don't think she watches my YouTube channel. I don't think she's ever come to one of these streams or like watched my videos. But she does love my art. Oh my god, I know. There's so many Lunas we know in our circle. Hold on, I gotta send them a message real quick just to thank them. Oh, goodness. Oh, that was so oh, she's so awesome. She's been a really I've known her since I started transitioning. She's been a really good friend to me. She loves my art. She's always given me, like, feedback on it. Like, really good feedback, too. Sorry, I'm gushing a little bit. I just didn't expect that. That took me completely by surprise. Yeah, I was right. All right, she just messaged me back and she's like, oh, I didn't know you were streaming. Oh, goodness. That's adorable. Oh, my God. And the worst part is that it'll continue to be this hot until like late August or early September. I know. It's like that Green Day song. When September ends, that's when the cool air returns. I mean, Luna is a good-ass name. No wonder people... I love it. I do love the name Luna. I'm a big fan of that. I also like the different variations of the spelling of Luna. Like, the more unique it gets, the better I like that name. Like, I've seen it spelled with Y's and, like, creative, like, different, like, vowels to, like... I don't know. I like creativity, right? When I just see the name L-U, you know, like... Oh, God. Speak, Raid, speak. L-U-N-A, right? Like, that's okay. That's not bad, but, like, I want to see some creativity there. Make it unique. Make it yours. I was commissioned to make a new aircraft 3 days ago. Only took me like an hour to finish the paint. I wish I could get through my commissions like that. I have a commission. I still haven't started on it because I took those 2 weeks off. So I kind of just like decided for myself I wasn't going to work on a project like that. I need to start that tomorrow. Tomorrow is when I need to start working on that commission. But I know exactly what I'm going to do for it. Like, I've already got, like, a really good plan in place. I just haven't put, like, pen to paper yet, if that makes sense. I'm Luna legally, but on the internet, I typically use the name Sugar. I like the name Sugar. You know what it kind of reminds me of? And you may you may hate this reference, right? But have you ever watched King of the Hill? Dale Gribble's wife, she always called everyone Shug. She's like, ah, Shug, right? Like, I don't know why. It makes me think of that. I just like, it's very endearing. Well, you may love or hate that show. I've always loved King of the Hill. I've always thought it was really funny. There you go, Anna. See, Anna's got it. See, we have sugar. Now we just gotta get spice and everything nice. And we're set for life here. Who's changing their name to Spice and Everything Nice? Okay, all right. No, about my day, though. So I was out in the park. I got to go out all day yesterday. It was really lovely. I had a really good time. In fact, I'll pull up some pictures. You all want to see some IRL pictures of me? They're not great. They're not great. But do you want to see some IRL pictures of me that I'm comfy sharing? Anna is Spice? I could see that. I could see that. Spice Anna. Change the chemical X. I don't know about that. Well, the Powerpuff like girls are very adorable. I always liked Bubbles. Bubbles was my favorite. Also, partial inspiration for like the blue dress as well. There was a couple sources of inspiration for the blue dress. But I grew up watching Powerpuff Girls. I remember that as a cartoon where they were just like doing like like trial like cartoons on like Cartoon Network, and I remember watching that like when it like was first coming out. Rating Chemical X, it's a threat. That's actually really clever. All right, hold on. Let me go find those pictures. Give me a second. We're gonna go over to my social media account. That'll probably be the best place to look at them. Okay, including files. There we go. All right, so if I go over here to showing, will this work? I gotta change the window to this. Yay! There we go. All right, so I was able to go out to the park yesterday, and I had a really amazing time. Like I said, I don't really get a chance to go out too often. So when I get to go out to a park and exercise, I ran poor Anna around like crazy. Right? She had to follow me around. She usually comes out with me when we go to places like this, right? And it takes a lot of effort for her to keep up with me because I am just flying. Like what I am like, you know, I'm like the puppy when you go to the park, right? And you open the door and the dog just flies out of the car and goes full sprint to like towards the center. That's me. That's me when you take me to the park. So it was a really good time. I got some nice pictures there. I saw a really cute like graffiti drawing of a space cat on a table. That was like really cute. And then, of course, there was like a mural for Iwo Jima. And I got a picture in front of that too. There was a lot of nice murals that were painted on like some of the infrastructure things that are like nearby the park. So I'm glad that they took some like really like blah looking like parts of the park and like actually at least like use them as like an opportunity to like paint on them, which is nice. I'm surprised how clean like these murals are. Like even people are like not really tagging on them or anything like that. It's completely free of graffiti. I'd say a baby, if anything. I'm a puppy. But here, I'll zoom in on this was the picture I felt I took the best yesterday out of all of them. So we'll zoom in on that one. And at this point in my transition, I'm a lot more comfy like showing my face. Before, I wasn't obviously comfortable with that because I was still in like the early phase of my transition. So a lot of people ask me about that too, and they're like, oh, why don't you ever like show a picture of yourself? Why were you covering like the bottom part of your... Like, I hope it's obvious why I was doing that, right? Like, I hope it's obvious. It wasn't that I was trying... Well, I was trying to hide something, but I wasn't trying to hide like something at the same time, right? I think anybody who's been through the transition pipeline is going to completely understand. Quick, don't call me pretty. I'm definitely not pretty. I'm barely put together. Are you kidding me? Except for the Crocs. I love my Crocs. Are you kidding me? Those are like the best things ever. They slide on. They have a casual mode. They have a sports mode for like when I'm out at the park, right? They have holes in them so my feet don't get too hot. They are one of the best inventions mankind has ever come up with. I am a Croc believer. I believe in Crocs. But I'm going to get a new one. I am getting new ones. Anna's already seen a picture of the ones I'm trying to get, but I can't find a size like that fits my stupid clown feet yet. Rain is sporty spice. Well, it's better than posh spice. And here's a close-up on that cute picture. Actually, Anna was the one who noticed this at first. Because, like, I can't really sit at, like, picnic tables the same way. There was also an uwu that we found on that same table. I don't know. I just thought it was cute that somebody wrote, like, bark. They drew, like, a cat in a space helmet. And then there was also an uwu, which is not pictured here, but it's also on the table. Miss Rain looks like a relative of mine. Really? I didn't know we struck such a striking resemblance. Here's a more honest photo of me that's a little bit closer up. I still feel like I come across as femme, but like I don't know. If you're asking my opinion on how I look, lots of room left to be like improved here, but like we're getting there. We're really getting there. We're really getting close to like what I want to ideally look like. A couple of things that jump out to me. Probably. Oh God, I gotta do something about I gotta dye my hair at one point. It's like 3 different colors now. It's like dark brown, light brown, and gray. I also gotta fix my eyebrows. My eyebrows are really bad. But we're getting there. It's getting to the point where I'm getting really comfortable taking pictures. I actually enjoy taking pictures of myself again. I never thought I never liked taking selfies, ever. I'm finally going like, hey, wait, this isn't too bad. I actually don't mind taking a photo of myself to show somebody. Rain, you're so pretty. Again, I don't know about that. I don't know about all of that. But I'm working on it. I'm definitely trying. I'm definitely trying my best. I love this Miku shirt, by the way. This is like one of my favorite t-shirts. Get her, Jack! Get her! Why are we all dogpiling on Rain? There is one other, like, post I want to pull up. Give me 1 second, though. I'm always careful when I navigate around on transfem.social, just because I don't want to pull up somebody else's post by accident. Give me 1 second. I want to show one more thing. Okay, let me pull it up. I think we're on the right page. Yay! Okay. So this is a really important thing that I did yesterday. And one of the reasons why I wanted to go out, why this was so important to me, right? Like, because it kind of maybe might seem a little random to some folks, right? But this particular photo that I took a picture of here, the ground that I am standing on front of, like, not standing. Obviously, I'm not standing in this picture. God damn it. Obviously, in this photograph, I am sitting in front of the place where I had my accident 4 years ago. It is something that has been very difficult for me to, like, come back to and actually, like, even, like, get close to this area. Each time that I come near this place, and, like, I get very emotional. And I still got emotional yesterday, but the first time was... Yesterday was the first time that I was able to, like, have somebody with me, IRL. And I asked Anna, I'm like, would you be willing to come over here with me and, like, just help me, like, get over to this spot so I can finally, like, I don't know, get some closure on this? And, like, with it being Disability Pride Month, I felt it was really important for me to finally come over here because, like, not only do I have a brand new wheelchair, a brand new set of wheels, right? Like, I've come a long way. I'm a completely different person from 4 years ago when this all happened. And it was really important for me to come back here and, like, have a reminder that so much has changed since then. So much has changed. Everything has changed. And if you think you can't overcome the issues in your life, if you think things are too hard and too difficult, right? Like, that's what is important about me, about like mentioning these things and starting to be like a little bit more open about like my disabilities and about the things that I go through, right? Because I think that even if it's painful and it's hard for me to talk about, it's really important to show everybody who might be struggling in their life, either with something similar, maybe it's a physical disability, maybe it's like, you know, maybe it's just a neurodivergency, right? Maybe it's something like, you know, ADHD or bipolar or something, right? But whatever it is you're dealing with, what I want to like highlight by talking about things like this is that nothing stays the same forever. And as long as you keep trying and you keep working at it, things can get better. 4 years ago, I was a completely different person, and I didn't even think I was going to survive the accident that I went through. And look at how far I've come from here. And I don't know. That's why I felt it was important to do this. So I took photos. I wanted to take at least one good photo of myself in this place. And honestly, I'll probably never come back here ever again. I'm going to leave it in the past now. Too much of my like mental health and my thoughts are like hung up on this scene. And I don't know. Now that I have this photo, maybe I could just look at this picture instead of like thinking about how it used to be, like when the accident happened. Hopefully that all makes sense. Hi, Greta. Welcome to the stream. I like fish. I like fish too. I might be slightly biased, but I am a cat girl. You got any tuna? Miss Rain, how are you feeling currently? We hope you're doing well. I am doing a lot better these days. Do you want to know about like what I was doing over my 2-week break? I don't mind discussing it if you're all curious. No, don't eat me. I'm a herring. Don't worry. Yeah, you're a friend, not food. I won't be eating you. Don't worry. I have fishy friends. You're not on the menu, but you know, for every other one, you might want to give them a heads up that cat girl gets hungry sometimes. Rain, how are you so glowing and photogenic? And I'm not. I honestly do not think I'm glowing and or photogenic in any capacity. You kidding me? I can barely get myself put together in the morning. I must get back on Fetty now that it's cooler in here. Crazy Krita, I've been seeing you on Fetty too. A lot more recently, but that's me. I'm the one who's been taking a break from the Fettyverse. But yeah, you can follow me on social media if you'd like. If you use Mastodon or anything like that, you can follow me. Like I said, links down in the description below if you want to follow me on there. Like, that's kind of like, if I'm not in the Discord, there's a good chance that I'm probably posting stuff there. So it's just another way to like kind of keep up with what I'm doing when I'm not on live stream. I have been, but to get back to like floating away to today's question, I have been doing a lot better. There was a lot, like, okay, all right. So, like, I brought this up a couple of times, right? But it's like, there's a lot of pressure on me to both, like, continue to keep going with the things that I'm going because it's serving as a means to help me get by. But it's also, like, it's also really difficult to balance that out with, like, the chronic pain issues that I have, like, the IRL things that I have, like, going on in my life. And about 2 weeks ago, like, I was starting to get sick. I was starting to get, like, really exhausted again. I was starting to get kind of depressed. And I don't ever want these things to happen, but, like, at a certain point, like, I just, like, it gets really, really hard to shoulder all the responsibilities. And it's hard to articulate, like, how many different directions a day I get pulled in. But I get pulled into a lot of directions because, like, first thing in the morning when I wake up, I have to take care of myself, right? I'm already in pain when I wake up first thing in the morning. So I got to take care of myself, got to get myself out of bed. Then I got to get myself to the kitchen. I got to make myself breakfast. I like to do my chores first thing in the morning. I got to do dishes, right? Stuff like that. Then I got to come all the way here, get ready for the live stream, get caught up on any messages, check in on the Discord, make sure everything's good to go there. And yes, I do have a team of lovely, wonderful moderators that help tremendously to keep a huge eye on the Discord, but I still need to go there and check on things. And if people are like confused on how to do something, I gotta follow up with them. I've got to tell them how like I want things done, right? Like, so there's that, right? And then I have to like constantly follow up on like my own like YouTube channel stuff. There's the constant need to create new content. I haven't really figured out a good formula for like creating videos in YouTube Shorts that like make it consistent. I can make videos, but like they're random, and that's something that I was putting like way too much effort into trying to do in between the live streams. And I think like what really happened to me is I just like piled up too much time on live stream, too much time like working on all of these things, and I really wasn't even giving myself a day off. Even though I was taking a day off from the live stream, I was really in reality working on things in the background, either for myself or for the community or for my own content. And it was really just like wake up and do a bunch of like crazy stuff all day and go to sleep. Wash, rinse, repeat. There wasn't really like a day off or a time off for me. And it just like I think it just got a little too much for a bit. So I really did need the 2 weeks, because over those 2 weeks, I spent the first week just kind of chilling out and relaxing. And then the second week, I followed up on all the things that like really needed to be followed up on. That have to be addressed. They can't be put off. They're IRL things that, like, we're all adults. We all have our adulting responsibilities that we have to take care of, right? Paperwork needs to be filed. Things need to be filled out. Phone calls need to be made. So I figured, you know what? If I'm going to take another week off from streaming, I'm just going to follow up on that, because then that's just extra stuff this week and next week that I don't have to take care of anymore. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to go, I'm too tired to do this. Right? Or it's like put it off or kick the can on something, you know, till the next day because I'm just overdid it. And that's the biggest issue I have, is I just tend to overdo everything. Sorry, Rain, but I'm going to have to go and leave since a situation has came up that could only be... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I hope the puppies didn't destroy something. Good luck, Maddie. Good luck. Good luck. And cutie speed to you. Hopefully it's not a giant mess to clean up. 6 puppies. I can only imagine what happened there. Oh, God. I'm thinking not related to the puppies. Aw. Okay. All right. Whatever it is, I hope it's not too bad. If you need somebody to talk to later, feel free to send me a DM, okay? Rain, can you send some rain to the world? It's scorching hot everywhere. Well, unfortunately, my evil twin sister Drought has like kind of taken over for a little bit. I've been trying to rein her in for a while now, but you know, she's kind of difficult. She's not like me at all. She's very narcissistic. Rain is down here where I am, apparently. We've been getting a decent amount of rain, too, which is nice. Oh, goodness. All right, so a couple of other things while there's like a little lull in the chat. I wanted to kind of go over for anybody who's kind of curious how I'm going to be handling things, so I do not get... I know that I keep doing this to myself, right? Like, and we've done this a couple of times, right? But like, I'm going to go back to streaming 3 times a week. I think 4 times a week was too much for me. I really need, like, the extra day and the space in between to kind of recover from each live stream. Paragon, welcome to the stream, cutie. How you doing? Good to be home after a bike trip. What kind of bike? Is it a bicycle or was it a motorcycle? Now, I know this is crazy to imagine, but I used to like being on motorcycles. Okay, probably not that crazy to imagine. I have an e-bike, remember? Oh, yeah, me too. I used to. I used to have an electronic bicycle. I don't anymore. I haven't for 4 years. But I did have one, and it was really cool when it worked. Oh, goodness. We're already getting the cough back. The cough comes from doing the streaming, by the way. Like, that I have figured out for sure. I don't exactly know how to, like, lessen it. But, like, when I took those 2 weeks off, I barely coughed at all. And I'm already back here for talking for, like, an hour straight. And I'm already back to coughing again. So I don't think I'm actually sick. I've also had a checkup a couple months ago. And I asked the doctor to check my lungs. And she was like, your lungs are fine. They sound great to me. So she's like, you either got a cold or allergies or something. I think I just used my voice too much. I drink a lot of hot liquid, Baytran, but I'm going to be real with you. I've not had that tea in a long time. I've been drinking coffee. Hot coffee every morning. At least 2 to 3 cups. Rain, I broke my... How did you break the entire oven making a casserole? Wait. I gotta know how you did that. Your vocal cords are already probably under strain from voice training, and then streaming does even more, which is why you need the streamer tea. That is actually, Baytran, you nailed it. Because, like, obviously this wasn't my original voice. I think people have already heard enough examples of my original voice, but Gombik actually commented on a great video that I made. It was a YouTube short from a while ago. You know what? I'm actually tempted to just pull it up on stream. Hold on a second. Because, like, my voice has changed a lot in, like, the past, like, year and a half. Hold on, let me see if I can find that comment. Because I couldn't believe that Gombik even found that. I forgot that I even made that YouTube short. Okay, wait, where is it? Come on. Oh, jeez, there's too many comments here. There's too many comments. There's too many comments on my YouTube channel. There is still, like, I went through, like, the past 2 days to, like, try to reply to people's comments. And there's still over 60 comments after working through it for, like, a couple hours each day. Like, I just let the whole thing go for 2 weeks, and I am overwhelmed by how many, like, comments of support, love, and just general comments on just, like, the content that I'd already made came through. Let me see if I could just find it by... Why won't it let me just search by the person who, like, left the goddamn comment? Annoying. I know it's here. Okay, I found it. It took a second, but I found it. Alright, let's go back over here real quick. Alright, I got it pulled up. Okay, alright, I'm gonna play this real quick. I'm gonna kill the music so you can hear my voice. When did I even publish this? I don't even remember when I, like, made this video. When did this come out? Like, a year ago. So this is, like, roughly a year ago that I made this video. Just to give you, like, a point of reference of what my voice sounded like just a year ago. How do they reproduce? Asexually. Yep, see, there's another one that just spawned into existence out of nowhere. There's now 2. They will. They'll just, like, kind of spawn each other in. Once you have one, they'll like,
I don't know, let off or something. I think that's how it works, right? Like, I think, like, when you want to have a baby, you just, like, cut off, like, you know, a small part of yourselves and it just grows into a new human. Could you imagine if that was true? Like, if we were, like, starfish? Could you imagine every time you, like, cut yourself, that you, like, have the odds of, like, a whole new human, like, growing that looks exactly like you? That'd be so freaky. How do they reproduce?
Okay, alright, now it's just gonna repeat. Okay. But yeah, that's what Rain used to sound like a year ago. I've been working really hard on my voice training. I like my voice now. I think it sounds really good. But, you know, I don't know. I've had a few other people make some comments. It is really different, yeah. I mean, I definitely sound more masculine in that clip than I do now. What do I do for voice training? I watched a couple of videos on YouTube, and I kind of just, like, followed along with those. And then, I know this is gonna sound really weird, right? This is gonna sound like very strange advice, but I just started doing it, right? I just started. Why did that not... Oh, I clicked the wrong button. There we go. Okay. No. Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay. And I just started doing it. And I know this, like, is gonna kind of suck. This isn't, like, maybe, like, what a lot of, like, girls are, like, want to hear when they, like, hear about, like, how to get started with voice training. But you're going to sound really bad when you first start doing it. You are going to sound like you are doing a fake girl's voice. That is normal. That is part of this process. And you kind of just have to get over the fact that your voice is going to be a little bit weird at first until you find it, until you, like, strengthen your vocal cords and you strengthen your voice so that you can maintain that level of speech. And I still have issues with it. I still, like, am trying to adjust my inflections because I still inflect down more than I inflect up. And I want... you'd be surprised. Just changing the way you inflect and, like, the way that you enunciate, like, certain words will help a lot more. Also, this is something I really struggle with. Slowing down the rate of your speech also helps a lot, too. There's a lot of nuanced things that you can do. There are also, like, really good videos, like I mentioned, on YouTube that will help you find, like, how to raise your pitch naturally in your voice so you can find where you want to be at, and then you can practice speaking like that. And then, honestly, just use your voice as much as possible. So, like, what I used to do is, and this is, like, corny and cliche, right? But, like, I'd be, like, a little GPS for my life for my plushies, and I'd be like, we're going into the kitchen now, and I'm gonna be washing dishes, right? Just announcing it out loud to nobody, right? Just to myself, just to my plushies in my room, right? If I was driving, I'd be talking a little bit to myself, right? Just to get, like, that extra practice. And, like, if I heard... And this is also, like, one other thing. Find another, like, girl whose voice you really like and really pay attention to how she says things, and then try to start, like, enunciating the words similar to the way that she does, and that'll help you figure things out, too. Oh my god, did you play Worldbox? Have you seen the newish update from, like, a few months ago? No, I've been meaning to go back to it. I'm gonna be real with you, though. I did that Worldbox video, and it absolutely tanked. And I just, like... I don't know if it's because my channel was way smaller back then, but, like, I just assumed nobody liked Worldbox, and I was like, wow, everybody hated this video. Nobody wanted to watch it. Same with my OpenTTD video. I put a lot of, like, work in that OpenTTD video. Nobody watched it. Nobody watched it. I thought it was hilarious, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was funny. If you don't know which one I'm talking about, it's called I Put the Trans in Transportation Tycoon. Worldbox is awesome. I could start doing some content, because it's really easy to do, like, Worldbox content, because, like, it's kind of a one-and-done thing, and you just goof around for a while. I think I've seen their videos, Baytran. Yay, choir pass advantage. I used to sing too, but I'm like not a good singer anymore. I haven't sang since I was in high school, but I used to be part of the chorus in high school. And I was a tenor originally until my voice cracked, and then they put me with the baritones. And I didn't like that, and then I quit chorus. I wanted to be a tenor. Well, I guess now I'd be a soprano, right? Wait, I actually don't know. It's been too long. Listen, I'm an artist, not a musician. I'm not a music-making girl. Like, I think, like, the few times I have actually sung on stream have all been, like, abhorrent. I'm thinking Miku, Miku, ooh, ooh. Yeah, no, I'm gonna lose like half my fan base by doing that. I've thought about doing like Vocaloid, like music covers, just for funsies, like as like a karaoke thing. But like, I'm actually concerned people are gonna like watch me sing something like that and they'll be like, that was awful. That is atrocious. Why would you put a video out like that? I got that game a long time. I've had it for years too. I usually just play it casually because it's like, it's a great like one and done thing. You just open up a world, you mess around for a while, like you create something beautiful, then you destroy it, then you like move on with your life. Yay, Miku, more Miku. I love Miku. I've made this joke several times, but if you're on a car trip with me, you better love Vocaloid music. You better love Hatsune Miku and Kasane Tato, because that is all we are going to listen to the entire trip. And listen, if you're in my car and it's my road trip and you're riding along with me, guess what? Deal with it. If you don't like it, you can get out of my car. Super villain says what? I started drawing again. I bought a drawing tablet. It was weird getting used to it at first. I think my art is decent now. I had the same problem, and I actually still do suffer from that same issue. I think that no matter what, I will always be, and this could just be my own personal bias. I always think my like physical media work is better than anything I could do on a drawing tablet. Maybe I just haven't had enough time. Maybe I still haven't learned how to like translate those skills over to digital art properly. I'm not really sure what I'm missing or like what's getting lost in translation there, but I understand exactly where you're coming from. Physical media drawings and drawing on a digital tablet are not the same thing. They are similar, they rhyme, right? But like, even like, and I'll give you an example just based off of physical media. The way graphite pencils touch the paper, right? After like a minute or two of scratching around the pencil on the paper, not only do I understand how the actual like pencil itself feels like with the friction against the paper, but I can also feel like what the resistance of the paper is like too by doing that. And by like kind of getting a feel for like what I'm actually working with, I don't know, like it feels like I have like a more deeper connection to like what I'm doing. I don't know. I just love the feedback that you get from doing it on paper. You can feel it. You can almost feel like the pencil digging into the page sometimes, right? Like when I'm blending and smoothing in my drawings, right? Like the feeling of like watching and seeing the graphite like mix together. I can't emulate that on a drawing tablet. It's just not the same. I don't think it ever will be. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Right, but like one of my favorite parts of doing like the graphite sketches is the blending part. And it's messy and my hands get absolutely disgusting and covered with like black soot from all the graphite, right? But it's so much fun. And like I've tried doing that on a drawing tablet and it just doesn't feel the same. It kind of just feels like I'm phoning it in. And I really think it's like the friction and the actual like feedback that the art gives me that makes me like feel like have a deeper connection to it. And I don't know if that's what makes the drawings better or not. And I could just be too hard on myself, because a lot of people look at my digital art and they're like, your digital art is phenomenal. Like, your digital art's fine, right? Like, I don't know. So it could just be me. Leon, oh my goodness, welcome, cutie. It's so good to see you. I feel so bad. I started watching your stream yesterday, and then I ended up cooking dinner. I just completely forgot to, like, come back to it. I didn't even say goodbye. I'm just like, I'm gonna make french fries now. Oh, then just, like, completely zonked out of it. How you doing today? Greedo, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, cutie. I'm almost done with the drawing. Should I do the line art now or tomorrow? So, like, for me, and this is me, and I spend way too long on my drawing sometimes, but I cannot stand it when I have to put a drawing down and not complete it. If I can finish a drawing all the way through, I will. And that's how I end up. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard me say, like, God, I've been working on this drawing for, like, 4 or 5 hours straight, right? Like, that's how I get into it. There's just something inside of me. It's like, you're not done with this, so you can't put it down. You're not done with the drawing. Just a few more, just a little bit longer, right? Now, on a more realistic, like, basis, I would say, yes, absolutely take a break. You know, like, resting in between, like, working on a project sometimes can, like, bring new ideas, bring a fresh perspective, right? Like, you might look at it with a fresh set of eyes the next day and, like, have a couple of new ideas, or you may be able to problem solve something just because you've, like, been away from the project for a few hours. But do I follow that same advice at all? Absolutely not. I know what I do to myself, and it's... I know what happens when I get in my drawing zone. I can't be pulled away. Hey, you're good, girl. I'm guilty of that all the time. I'm doing good. I got a couple of commissions in the pipeline. I got a commission, too. I got to get started on it. They asked me to do it, like, 2 weeks ago, but I told them I needed, like, a little break first because, like, I just, like, well, I mean, I think everybody knows why I needed a break at this point. But now that I'm, like, not doing that, I just told them, like, I'm going to get started on that. Just get, like, let me, like, kind of get back in the swing of things here, and I'll probably get started on it tomorrow. But congratulations. I've seen the commissions you've been doing recently. By the way, I know we discussed this already, but, like, that purple shading you did in that one, oh my god. The shadows in that drawing, just, I was just like, that is peak. That is peak for me. I absolutely love that. I could never do a commission. I'm too irresponsible. I've done a couple of them. I've done at least 3 commissions so far. Everybody was thrilled with the work. The first one was like a personal art piece that they just wanted for their own collection. So I did that for them. And I've shown that off on stream before. The second one was a music like video album cover. And I did that one too, and that came out really cool. And then I did a third one for somebody. I can't remember what the theme was. I'd have to look through my work and find it. I actually don't even really remember what it was. But I know I've done at least 3. But I've never really been super about commissions. I don't really, like, very much put it out there that I do commissions because, like, I still consider myself an artist in training, like, somebody who's, like, still learning, right? And I'm really afraid to take somebody and, like, get on the hook for money when I'm not 100% sure I could deliver something that they're going to be truly happy with. Whereas Leanne definitely has that, not only the confidence, but she has the track record to do that. Like, Leanne has personally done commissions for me. I've, like, also given my own hard-earned dollars towards Leanne to get, like, her art done before. We're the same, Rain. It's why I haven't been online for 2 days for merchandise. I mean, you deserve a break too. You put in a lot of work too, Raven. I see what you've been posting about, right? Don't work too hard now. Rain, I posted a work in progress for Maddie's art contest. I couldn't do... Would it be okay if I pulled it up on stream? Can I look at it real quick? Yeah, Leanna's goated. I might ask my parents for money to commission her. I remember when I was first following Leanne on Fetty, and she made the initial announcement that she was going to start doing commissions for the first time, and I could not wait. I messaged her right away, and I'm like, please, 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 can I commission you? I love your art. Yes, yes, I'll do a commission for you, Rain. What do you want? And then it's just like, you know, the dial-up internet tone. Absolutely no idea what I wanted. I'm just like, I just want the art. What kind of art do you want? I don't know. Oh, girl, even the last few commissions, I've been face-taking imposter syndrome. I run into that all the time. I'm kind of glad that you phrased it that way. Like, because, like, that's, like, one of my biggest fears. It's like, and I make this joke all the time. It's like, I'm not a real artist. I'm not a real artist, right? I'm an enthusiastic doodler. You're hiring me like I'm a real artist? And it's right, like, and it's like anybody at this point would be like, Rain, that's ridiculous. You're definitely an artist, right? Like, but it's like, that's not how it feels internally, especially when there's the pressure to make something really cool looking and really good looking for somebody else, and they're gonna give you their hard-earned dollars for it, right? I want it to be more perfect. I don't want it to be scuffed. I could scuff my own, like, work and live with it, right? And be happy with it, be like, haha, it's cute. The scuffness brings the charm, right? But when it's for somebody else, I don't want it to be scuffed. I want it to look like, I want them to be as happy with it as possible. My parents actively want me to do something like that. Emphasis on cute. I'm going to go look at your drawing. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to show it off on stream, so I'm not going to look, but I'm going to go look in the art contest thread right now and just kind of see what's going on with that. You said you posted it in there. Hold on, let me see it. That looks really good. Oh my god, I love that. I love that. That is really cute. Oh my goodness. You're very talented. If you let me show this on stream, I don't think you have anything to be embarrassed about. But if you don't want me to show it, it won't. But I definitely want to show it off on stream. I think it's cute. I love what you did with the eyes there. Talking of commissions, I must really get my new profile picture. I'm glad you love it. I feel so bad that, like, my pen wasn't working properly that day, and it really scuffed. I feel like it really scuffed that painting. Like, I almost kind of want to do a second attempt for you on that. Yeah, I'm okay with it. But yeah, even getting out of the training phase, you still get that feeling like dealing with, yeah, that's the thing. I think you have the same feelings as me. I just think you've had more time to do it, right? So you have more familiarity with it. Whereas, like, I'm still kind of new to, like, taking on that type of work, and I'm just like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, I'm just gonna screw it all up like I always do. Okay. So this is the drawing that was posted by Laika, also known as Credo, here in our chat. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is really, really good. I want to ask, how did you do the coloring for this? Like, what did you use for the colors? Because I really like this a lot. Especially the black hole in the eye. That is something else. I won't stop you redoing it, but I'm perfectly happy with what you did. Aw, well, if you ever want me to take another crack at her, you got another idea? How about that? I'll try another new thing for you at some point. I don't think I could do commissions. I would panic. Oh my god, my first one, I swear, I worked on it like 2 days straight, nonstop. I kept sending them like update after update, and like, you like the direction it's going in still? They're like, yes, it's good. Keep going. Wait, is Tama here? Did I miss somebody? I think it's cute too, Nikki. The eye is pencil, and the brows and eyelashes are pen. So you just did this with colored pencil? If you want my opinion, and obviously I get a couple of different opinions on this because, like, I'm a little biased when it comes to doing this. What I really think would make this pop is a nice, thick, like, a very thick, like, black outline to go around, like, the face and the hair and to, like, really, like, emphasize it. But I also... that's just something I do in my art. I like to have, like, a thick line black border around my, like, characters and drawings when I do stuff like that. Just to, like, make them really stand out. And, like, to make each part of the drawing stand out as you, like, a unique part of it. And you can, like, kind of play with the variation on the thickness of the lines. So maybe you go, like, extra thick on the hair part, and then you, like, kind of, like, tamper it down on the line thickness for, like, the face. But it really kind of just depends on, like, how you feel about it, right? And it's okay to experiment a little bit with that, too. Oh, yeah, I was going to do that. I just ran out of time. I mean, I also completely understand that. I understand that some people just don't have the time or the ability to, like, sit there for several hours and keep going on a drawing till it's 100% done. This is amazing, though. I don't know how much time you put into this, but whatever amount of time you did, bravo. Bravo. Head pats for you, cutie. I'll finish it tomorrow. I also started by doing, like, super zoomed in, like, close-ups on faces like this, too. And it really helped me learn, like, how to balance out the drawing, and it gave me extra space to, like, learn how to draw the eyes and the nose, because I, like, used to kind of cramp everything up into, like, a really small space. And I remember having this conversation with Leon a couple years ago now. Holy shit, it's been that long. Oh my god, this conversation was years ago. I think I was still numbers when we had that conversation. But, like, I remember, like, we had a conversation. I'm like, I'm really struggling, like, with the details, and, like, my, like, lines kind of get, like, meshed together sometimes. And then, like, I don't know how we landed on it, but, like, I ended up just kind of blowing up the drawings for a while and just, like, really focusing how to draw, like, the face properly. Exams debuff? No! That's no fun. Wish we could draw again, but we don't feel comfortable with picking up the pencil where we live currently. I took a break from drawing the past 2 weeks, too, for a similar reason. It's not that I can't draw. Well, okay, that's also disingenuous, because I obviously showed off the model I was drawing, right? But I have not been drawing, like, to the same extent or degree that I normally draw. Like, realistically, unless I'm taking, like, a little, like, break, or I'm having, like, a drawing block for some reason, I pretty much every other day or every day will try to, like, work on some sort of art thing just because I love it so much. Rain, what's your favorite video game OST? For me, it's got to be Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I really like Landgrisser 1 and 2, the remake. And if you don't know how to spell that, I'll put it in the chat so that you know what the spelling is for it. But look up Landgrisser 1 and 2 remake OST. I love that. I love that soundtrack. That is a great soundtrack to put on the background if you need to get stuff done. it keeps you motivated, but you gotta like that kind of like rock style music. But I like, not only does it fit the game, but it like kind of fits like my mood for like getting things done. The art of arting. I love that. Peter, welcome to the stream, cutie. You're not late. You're always on time. You're always exactly on time. If anything, I've been late. I'm the one who took 2 weeks off. You just missed the drawing. We were just looking at Credo's drawing. Hold on, I'll pull it back up so you can see it real quick, because it's really adorable. So like I said, this is done by Leica, aka Credo, in our YouTube chat for those who are confused, right? But this is her drawing, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and it really, I mean, she already knows what needs to be done with it. I love it. To be honest with you, this could be almost a finished piece as is. But I like that you're willing to take the extra steps after you get some rest. I think it's adorable too. I should try drawing something like this. I always say that about everything. I haven't drawn in years. This year was the year I said, all right, I want to draw again. I've been enjoying it since. It has been fun. Every chance I get, I post my art on my channel community tab. You know what? Wait, am I sub to you or not? If you've been posting it there, I want to say, go to channel. Bam, subscribed. Wow. Wow, I didn't realize that. Oh, wow, you have quite a bit of content here. I'll be thumbing through that later. But yeah, if you've been posting your art on your community tab, I do get those, because I actually, like, in my YouTube feed, because I interact with, like, a lot of community posts from, like, other content creators, like, those come up for me all the time. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I'll get to see a couple in my feed. I'd love to see a rendition of my person. DM me. We'll get some, because like I said, I got a commission I got to start on tomorrow first, so like that's my priority. But like DM me, Ferret. We'll talk about it. We'll sort that out. We'll get you something cool. I know that you've sent me a ton of references already because you have been working on it, but I will need probably 2 or 3 different like references just to get like not necessarily of your character, but like clothing ideas, stuff like that. Like, I think you know what I'm gonna be looking for there. You draw too, so. But if you want my take on it, I would be more than happy to do that for you. I should probably make time to enter stuff into the contest myself. I have been trying to do that, but I already told Maddie to not, like, count my drawings, because the last time I did that, like, so the one time I put myself in the art contest, I'm a little worried that people are going to be biased, because, like, it's my Discord, it's my channel, it's my, like, I'm worried people are going to just be like, of course Rain's art was the best, right? Like, I really is supposed to be, like, a community thing, right? And, like, I show off my art all the time, so I really don't want people, like, voting on my art to be the winner, even if it was objectively the best drawing out of the batch. Like, I don't want to steal thunder away from somebody else who's trying in the community. That just feels bad. That's right. Like, my name's already all over everything. Do I need to, like, win all the art contests too? Right? Right? So it's like, I do every once in a while do a submission, but I told Maddie from now on, it's just a participation piece. It's just a participation piece. If I add something to the drawing contest, it's just for participating only. Do not add me in the final vote. But you, Leon, you are welcome to participate in the art contest, and you can be a participant. I just think it just seems wrong to do that. Like, I'm like, You know what I mean, right? It's like that same thing. It's like, we investigated ourselves and determined that nothing was wrong. Oh, goodness. No, you're fine. You're fine. You know what you could do? You could always do it under a different pen name and take us all by surprise. Or do it under a different pen name and then switch hands. Switch hands. So only do the drawing. And I guarantee you nobody's going to guess that it was your work. I know this. If I switch to drawing with left hand, it's going to be real bad. I don't know. Have you ever tried drawing with your opposite hand? I haven't yet. I should try. Maybe that'll be a fun, like, art project. Do one drawing right-handed, then try to redraw the same thing with my left hand. Switch headmates? It fooled you. This headmate is a professional artist, but this other headmate, she's still learning. She's still learning. Maddie is too prophylactic. She doesn't know what it's like for us burnt out frauds. Shaking my head. I love that. Oh God, drawing with the opposite hand. Yeah, it would be funny as a goof, right? I've thought about doing something like that. I've also thought about making a secret, like, YouTube channel just for funsies to post, like, a video concept idea that I have. But if I do that, I'm not telling anybody what the YouTube channel is. I won't promote it at all. I just want to see if people, like, figure out it's even me, right? Or if they just find it organically and, like, eventually clicks with them. I told Anna what the idea is. I'm kind of tempted to tell you what the idea is, but if I tell you all what the idea is, you're gonna go find it. But it's adorable. I'd be even worse with my right hand than I am with my left. For real, Rain found our headmate's account and didn't realize it was us despite... I tagged you in it! And I was like, Leon, you've got to see this! I've never seen something like this! This looks just like your work! And I, like, was so confused because I was like, are they, like... Did they take inspiration from Leon? Like, I'm like, this looks so good! But it was, like, different enough where I couldn't, like... It didn't immediately click with me. I was just like, oh God, Leon's gonna love this. Leon's gonna love this art style. Leon's gonna, I couldn't, like, that's why I tagged you. I was like, Leon, you've got to see this artist. Like, holy crap. This is phenomenal. Oh, that's just me obliviously, like, running through my day, going like, la, 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 la. Oh, that's cute. To be fair, her art style was very distinct from what I've seen from you before. To be fair, we did, but we are biased. At one point, I prefer her art style over your usual one. I like both of them. What's a little embarrassing for me is that I have studied a lot of Leon's art. Because I've, like, made it, like, no... I've not been shy about the fact, right, that, like, Leon was, like, one of the direct inspirations for, like, me even to start drawing to begin with. So I've studied a lot of her art. And in fact, I don't know if anybody... I brought this up on stream before. Hold on, let me go to my Ko-Fi page. Hold on, we're gonna go look at Rain's art again. For, like, the bajillion time. But this is something, I didn't even tell Leon I was, like, working on this. I'm sure Leon already knows this. Either I've told her in passing or... But at the time, she wasn't aware that this was, like, what my goal was, right? But let's scroll all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Come on, it's been a while. Holy crap, this was a long time ago at this point. Holy crap, this is so far back. Where is it? Where is that drawing? There it is. There it is. When did 2 years ago? Oh my god. All right, hold on. Let me pull it up on screen so y'all know what I'm talking about here. So I'm literally just talking to myself like a crazy person. Okay, all right. So this was the drawing I did for Leon 2 years ago. And before I did this drawing, I went up to Leon and I was like, "Hey, Leon, can I reference one of your drawings for practice?" And she was like, "Of course you can." And then I drew this. And I was so embarrassed to show her. And, like, she was so nice to me about it. She's like, "Oh, I've got, like, entire notebooks of drawings just like this." Right? Just like this. It's fine. It looks great. You did a great job on it. And I'm like, there is no way that is true in any capacity. And even though I know you were being, like, genuine with those statements, right? In my own mind, I'm like, no, this is too much. This is too embarrassing, right? So the motivation for all these drawings and, like, even switching away from this style, right? Because if you noticed, immediately after I had that conversation with her, bam, I went over here, I switched to a different style of sketching, and I drew this, and this was good. And all of these drawings were leading up to this one particular piece that I had finally got done. Where is it? Where is it? I passed by it. Where is it? There it is. Number 50. Bring it on. I wanted to finally be able to do a reference drawing of her, like, of her drawing and do it properly, right? Like, actually do it properly. And it's still not right because Leon's got, like, a very distinct style and I was still learning at the time, but I think I did all right on this. I still think I did okay. Definitely a lot better than the first attempt. But it took me, what was that? Like 25 additional drawings to, like, get to that point? Nearly 30 additional drawings to, like, skill up enough to be able to just reference one of her drawings properly and, like, kind of make an okay, like, replica of that. I should do a remaster. I bet you I could do it. Well, I did do that drawing of us recently, but I used your newer model for that. I think if I, like, did something like this, it would have been a little easier, but I kind of wanted it to, like, fall in line with, like, how you look these days. Wow, this girl must be a big fan of Leon. Seconds before realization. I know. Yeah, if Leon didn't send me a copy of Redacted's art in DM, I wouldn't have even known she was a headmate. And that's the thing that got me too. I was just like, wow. Like, when she showed me that drawing, I was like, I still was blinking because I both felt really dumb. And then I was like, God, how did you even do this, right? Like, it is different enough where I didn't pick up on that vibe. I just thought it was, like, a similar art style. I really did. I just thought it was just... Because, like, all right, like, this happens a lot in art, right? Like, but, like, even with my own character, how many characters have you seen with, like, hair in front of, like, one of their eyes, right? There's a lot of them. There are, like, so many anime characters, right? But you could still make it, like, unique. You could still make it yours, right? So I just thought it was something drawn in a similar way, but, like, you know how that is, right? Like, two artists can kind of come up with a similar style that isn't necessarily, like, copying each other. I really thought it was like that, and I was just like, whoa, I can't believe this. Like, Leon's gotta see this. We want to do similar exercises for the other headmates, too? I'm still... You know what I actually got to ask you about, Leah? Because I think you missed this part of the stream when I was showing off. Do you want to see... I'm going to do this real quick. Just... Sorry, everybody else bear with me. I got to get Leon's feedback on this. I want to show you the model that I was working on my, like, 2-week break. Let me load it back in. It's going to be goofy for a second. Just hold on. Just deal with that. I love that loading in. Yeah, that's... That's a high quality software we have here. Anyways, with that weirdness out of the way, this is one of the models I've been experimenting with to try to like figure out how to do this properly. I do not like this. I do not think this model looks great, but I learned a lot doing this. I don't know. At some point, maybe if you've got some time, we can have a quick side conversation about how you layered in and drew. Like, how did you piece it back together, right? Because, like, the skill of drawing and the skill of making a model are not translating for me very well. I'm not doing the best job of it. I know I can draw. I don't know if I'm, like, if I know enough to, like, do this properly. And I have less experience with, like, doing layers and stuff like that. But, like, one of my biggest issues is there's, like, I can see it. I don't know if anybody else could see it, but there's, like, an actual, like, clipping line that you could see on the front of my dress from, like, where I didn't, like, I don't know how to merge these layers together properly. So, anyways, I know you've been busy, but if you've got a few minutes, I would really like to have a conversation because I think I'm very close to doing this. I don't know if it's like a technique thing or... Because I've tried doing it two ways so far. This one is one where, like, I kind of drew it in parts, but I referenced, like, a actually existing drawing to put it together. And then the other one... I did, like, kind of more as, like, an organic thing. I just kind of came up with, like, a whole new thing and just, like, drew that. Hold on, I'll pull that one up real quick, too. It was a lot of planning and thinking. Planning is an important skill in art. Well, all right, I already know my Achilles heel in this situation, then. Because I am not the best at planning. If anybody knows... me well, and Leah definitely knows me well, I am extremely whimsical, and I'm more like, ooh, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna draw this thing now, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I guess I'll figure it out along the way. And then sometimes I go crying to Leah, and I go, help, I can't figure this out, I don't know what I'm doing. Sometimes I figure it out all by myself, though. I think it's not bad, but I think I need to go back to the drawing board a few times and skill up again. I will be the annoying person who suggests construction lines, and I will be the annoying person who constantly ignores that advice. I had another artist who was just like, Rain, the construction method, use it. And I'm like, but I hate that. Hold on, I'll load up the other one that I was doing. What is it? Alpha Rain. Here's the other one I did. But it just, again, leaves a lot left to be desired, in my opinion. Construction lines are tools that help you work faster. I mean, at this point, if I'm just going to be real about it, like, my process is I draw a line for the face, or I draw, like, the first two lines for the hair, and that's how I get started with, like, almost 99% of my drawings. I don't know why I do it that way, but I, like, almost always start with the hair. And if the hair looks right, the face can go in properly, and once the face is in, then the rest of the drawing just starts to fall into place from there. There is no construction method in that. There is just madness, chaos, and a lot of pulled out hair. But it is fun. It is fun. It is fun for me. I don't know. This one's not too bad either, but it's just like, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. This isn't good enough to, like, run full time with. I think we'd have to do a larger demonstration to show you all the interlocking pieces. Funnily, though, it was based on the info we got from your original PNG Tuber Plus video. So that's why I know it's possible. That's why I know it's possible. I really think there's just something that I'm doing that's getting lost in translation between doing a regular art piece and putting together a functional model that looks like it's living and breathing. There's definitely, like, something that it's just not clicking with me. Part of it is also when you start thinking about composition, you stop being able to get away with just starting at a random point. I know, it's such a bad habit of mine, but so many of my drawings have come out really good. Like, there is a lot of drawings that I've done that are some of my favorite pieces that I've made, and they were the most random things. I didn't, like, plan for them at all. Didn't plan for it, didn't have, like, a drawing reference, just put a couple lines down to get started, and that was it. The one that I did the most recently that was like no reference at all was the one with the sparkle in my eye. Hold on, let me pull that up. I think you all know which one it is, right? But I'll just pull it up on screen just so that y'all can actually see it. But this one, literally, I started by starting with the first half of the curve of the face on the left-hand side, and I drew the cheek in, and then everything else I just drew in afterwards. But I did the cheek, I did the hair, then I did the eye, and then I just drew in the rest. That's it. I didn't plan this drawing at all. Not a single thought of like, oh, yeah, I need to make sure I account for this and that. I don't know why they still work. They do. They work. They come across decently, in my opinion. They could be better, right? But I still think this is a good drawing, at least on the fundamentals. Even if it's random with no plan whatsoever or any, like, real thought or care put into, like, how I'm going to construct it. I don't doubt that. It's just a bit more RNG that way, and there's ways to inject whimsy and expression even with planning. I know there is. I think I'm just stubborn, honestly. I think it's just me, really. I just need to kind of get over myself and my own, like, ways of doing things. I'm stubborn like that in a couple of different ways, too. It's not just with art, but it's like, I very much value being able to, like, either learn something completely by myself, right? Like, either I'm going to learn it by myself or I'm only going to turn to, like, a couple of trusted resources to get my information from, and then that's it. I really don't like looking up drawing guides. I don't really like watching YouTube videos about how to, like, draw art because, like, I don't know. Like, this whole thing has just kind of been a experiment of how much I can figure out on my own or, like, with the help of a few, like, trusted friends that I, like, obviously, like, are really into the same kind of art that I'm into. And that's probably what's holding me back at this point. I mean, I think that was great when I first was starting, but now I really do need to, like, get technical. That's probably also a huge factor for, like, what's going on here. Because, again, I didn't necessarily plan any of this model out either. I had more of a plan for this model, but it still, like, was not exactly planned out. Wow, it's late for me. Good night, every cutie. It was good to have you here. I can't wait to see your finished art. Maybe try doing gesture drawings as practice. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I could give it a shot. I don't doubt that. It's just a bit more. Oh, yeah, I already read that one. I get that being able to understand something because you worked to the solution or logic is incredibly valuable. Now it becomes more of a back and forth discussion. Yeah, I think that's just kind of the part that I need to, like, but I'm a little sad that that phase is over, right? Because that was fun. Now I've got to actually study. Aww. That sucks. It's not that bad, right? But it's like, you know what I mean? I think you know where I'm coming from there, right? Like, I started this all off as, like, a very, I don't know, whimsical thing. You know what? Screw it. I guess we'll go back to this one. But I really don't want to keep using this one for too much longer, so the sooner I can get rid of it, the better, honestly. I'm just tired of it. And like I mentioned earlier in the stream, this was drawn by someone for me because I didn't have a drawing tablet or the skill to be able to draw a digital like thing yet. I just like, I don't know. I'm an artist. I should be able to make my own model. What the hell? But I am glad that somebody was willing to help me out, like, and like at least use my own character design to like help me get a model so I can at least like make YouTube content. But it's like, I really want my own model now. I really want it. That is my goal. That is like, and once I'm done with that, I am going in, like, I kind of want to take a break from drawing my own character for a while because I've been doing it for like ever to try to learn how to do all of this stuff. And I really just want to try doing, like, I haven't drawn a Miku and a Teto in a long time. So I'd like to get back to doing that because, like, it's fun to draw my own character, but, like, you know, I think I'm there. I think I'm ready. I think with, a little bit of, like, learning and maybe, like, pushing myself a little bit, I can finally get the model I want, and then we start practicing some different art for a while. Think about it this way, you're learning more tools in order to enhance whimsy. That is a good perspective. We can try to summarize the very basics of sculpting if Miss Rain ever wants. I do want to try. In fact, I'll make a video about it. If you ever give me the pointers, I'll give a shot. I've been meaning to do more IRL, like, content on my other channel. Yeah, that's actually a good time to, like, kind of, like, have a conversation about, like, all of that stuff. That is, like, something else that's been, like, kind of, like, weighing down on me a lot, too, is, like, I think I've overextended myself by quite a bit. So I'm thinking about kind of consolidating things back down to one channel again. It was a great idea to try to, like, run multiple channels, but what I found out, like, ended up happening was, like, that I just ended up ignoring those channels a lot and not uploading content. And I also think it hurt the growth of my main channel because I spread myself thin on 3 new channels that just didn't have, like, doesn't have the same following to it. I know a lot of people really like that, but it's just like, at this point, I think I might just go back to just putting everything on one channel again. I'm not sure yet, or I'm just going to keep 2 channels. Like, the slice of life, IRL, here's, like, what I'm doing, real life stuff, and then I have, like, my VTuber channel, and then that's it. I think I'm just gonna cut it down to that. Rain, what is your favorite digital brush? I really like, if you're talking about Krita, hold on, let me actually open up Krita so I can tell you the brush name. My 2 favorite brushes to draw with, though, in Krita are going to be the Pencil 1 Sketch. I usually use that to, like do, like, my sketch one, like, to do my initial sketch work. And then, if I'm doing a digital art drawing and I'm, like, trying to, like, recreate, like, a sketch that I would do. Sorry, ooh, I got hiccups there for a second. My other pencil that I really, really like is called, hold on, what is it called? Where are you? Where are you? I can't find you now. Where are you, pencil? There you are. It is called Charcoal Pencil Large. Those are, like, my 2 favorite for, like, doing any kind of sketching or outlining. Those are, like, my 2 favorite brushes in Krita. Nehru always getting ignored. I could do a Nehru. I love Nehru. I could do that. Also, I tried Krita. It feels weird to me, but I found a different Linux drawing software that feels perfect for me. Hey, here's the thing. I personally love Krita, but if you found something that works better for you, that was, like, the whole point of, like, introducing people to, like, open source art software to begin with. It's like, hey, you know, you don't have to pay anybody to do this stuff. You could just find something for free that's, like, really well supported by the community. Cribia, welcome to the stream. How you doing, cutie? Anna, welcome. Who's Nehru? I only know the yellow one / There's 2 yellow ones. It could be Ren. It could also be Ren. And to be honest with you, I got confused. Like, when I first was learning about Vocaloids, right? I honestly just thought they were all Mikus, but with, like, different, like, hair color and styles at first. I was like, oh, that's the red Miku. That's the yellow Miku, right? Like, that's the boy, that's the boy Miku. They were all Mikus to me. I didn't realize there was, like, a different one. I didn't realize they were, like, there was, like, a whole, like, a whole thing. Nehru literally is the other one. But what about Kagame Ren? Huh? What about Ren? Everybody forgets about Ren. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody forgets about Nehru. Nehru's the one who gets forgotten about the most. Remember to hydrate. Actually, that's a good... You know what? That's a good heads up. I've been going for like 2 hours now. I am going to go take a quick little break. And then I think we're going to go for like, we'll call it another hour longer. So give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to go get some water. And I will be right back. All right, I am back. Give me just a second here. Wait a second. All right, who did that? Who said did the membership gifts? Let me get myself back on screen so you can all see me. Hold on. Okay, hold on a second. I'm overwhelmed. Who was it? It's Annie sent in 20 membership gifts. Head pats to you. Everybody who got one, definitely head pats. Miss Jeshua, welcome to the stream. Marsha Alice, I saw you right before I left. Sorry I missed you. Hope you're doing all right, cutie. Bujit, welcome to the stream. We're doing gaming on Wednesday. We're going back to gaming on Wednesday. Today we're just kind of, chit-chatting. Today we're just chit-chatting. Kind of want to, ease up into it. Oh, by the way, we're going to start doing some Kenshi soon. I have been meaning to do Kenshi since last year, so anybody who's been looking forward to Kenshi live streams, we're doing those soon. Mr. Lower, it's good to see you, my friend. Can we appreciate Samurai Dog? I'm not familiar with Samurai Dog. I'm more familiar with Samurai Jack. Did anybody ever see that show? Oh god, the art style was so good. At least for back in the day, and at least from what I'm recalling from memory, I used to think the art style was super distinct. Zookeeper, welcome to the stream. Not doing too well because something happened in my building yesterday, but I'm going to a 12 friend meetup in a couple of days, which will be good. Well, hopefully that'll take the edge off of it. I kind of know what you mean. My new apartment has had a lot of issues too. It's not been great. That is part of some of the IRL stuff that I've been taking care of while I was off. By the way, Rain, remember I said Triple Baka, Miku, Teto, and Nehru playable in Super Mario 64? I do remember that. Kingame, Rin, and Len are playable too, made by the same creator. Wait, I gotta follow up on that, because you brought that up to me 2 weeks ago, and I'm just gonna be 100% real about it. I kind of forgot until you just brought it up to me right now. Do I want to see Samurai Dog? Is it something that I can look up, or is it something that you drew? I'm not 100% sure which is which there. Music might be a little loud. I don't know. I never know with the background music. Not something I drew, something from a game I love. Okay, alright, so what is it? Samurai Dog? I'll look it up. Hold on. Samurai Dog. I hate when I use Google and, the AI is, oh, God, there's, a bajillion AI images for that. You're gonna have to send it to me. You're gonna have to send it to me and tag me in the Discord if you want me to see it, because, I looked up Samurai Dog and got, a disgusting amount of AI, generated artwork in Google. Wow, thanks, Google. That was so not helpful whatsoever. God, I hate living in the slop era. I really do. I really do. I cannot wait until all these AI companies go belly up. This is so obnoxious. Yeah, you won't be able to link it here in this chat. You're gonna have to, send it in the general chat and ping me or something. If you want me to see it on stream. Yeah, the links are automatically removed by YouTube. Only moderators can post links. Look up Six String Samurai next. Such a good movie. Six String Samurai. Okay. Vegas needs a new king. Ooh, this looks kind of interesting. I don't know if this is the official artwork for the film, but it looks awesome. It looks really cool. Hold on, wait. I'll pull it up so that y'all can see what I'm saying. So this is what I found when I looked up six-string samurai. That is awesome. That looks like the kind of movie I'd get into. Look up Pupperai. Okay, all right, I will. Give me 1 second, Paragon. I will do that. I got Samurai Dogs from Ace Attorney as my first result. Super Mario 64 Co-op DX is basically Super Mario 64, but you can play online with your friends in public or private servers. See, that is the part I remember you telling me about, and I was like, I'm specifically interested in doing that. I especially think that will make a great video. Especially because I haven't played Super Mario 64 in forever. They're pushing it everywhere. I know they are. I really am disappointed that DuckDuckGo has Duck.ai. That really bothers me a lot. What I found works for me is when... What I found works for me when teaching sculpting is not to show the students what to do, but ask them what they want to do. I also believe in that, too. I wasn't referring to a movie. Okay, all right. Let me go find that term that you told me to look up now before I get, too, pulled into chat. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not finding what you're referencing here. Is this a Pal World thing? If it's a Pal World thing, I think I found it, but if it's not, then I have no idea. What, why? Open image, a new tab. There we go. Hold on, I'll pull it up on stream to show you what I found. Yes, it's from Pal World. I'm not familiar enough with the specific names from Pal World yet. I do plan on doing a couple of Pal World streams, but I was talking to Maid of Slime. She's another VTuber that's part of our community. You should all know who Maid is, right? Come on, I've streamed with her many times. We're thinking about doing something with Pal World. I think it'd be more fun if, and a lot more chaotic if I did it with somebody else. I am so happy that you dropped the actual, Linux mid. That is amazing. Thank you. Links. Yeah, they work for moderators. I can link stuff too. I can drop links to a lot of stuff because I'm we're part of the content creation team, right? But if you let and I understand why YouTube does this automatically, right? But if they just let everybody post links, this YouTube chat would be nothing but scam links the entire day. It would be flooded with bots and you would get nothing but stupid URLs the entire time. I completely understand the reason for it. Is it annoying? Yes, right? But I mean, come on, let's use 2 seconds of common sense and figure out the reason why. Earlier, I had a pretty, not so rad bloody nose, but on the other hand, I found some new reference. I'm sorry about that. And I had a bloody nose the other day, too. Those are no fun. I thankfully don't get a ton of them. One of the new pals that came out with 1.0, and I immediately fell in love with it. I still love... what was it? The one that's... I think it's Lamb Ball. I still like Lamb Ball the best. I called mine Cutie Ball. I will be doing more Pal World and Kenshi coming up soon, though. You can check out Super Mario 64 Co-op DX, but do not forget the one I always recommend to you. Yume Nikki. Yes! Yes! I know. And I feel bad, but I just want to, throw this out there for everybody, too. Just, so they're aware. I am not trying to not play the games at all, but I do want to, emphasize that so many of you have gifted me so many games at this point. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get to all of them. Do I want to get to all of them? Yes. Do I want to stream as many of them as I can? Yes, but I'm thinking I also might need to make videos about them. Like, that might be the only other way to, like, functionally get through the list and make content around it so, like, that the game wasn't just, like, a wasted gift to me and that I just end up in my, like, Steam library. Because that's the last thing I want to do to any of the games that were gifted. I want to at least try them. Even if I'm not, like, a super big fan of, like, the content that you gifted to me or wanted me to try, I want to at least try the game and share that experience with everybody here on the channel. But I will get to everything. We will get to everything. Thankfully, we've got a lot of time. We've got a lot of time to do it. But as long as everybody's patient and they don't mind nudging me every once in a while to remind me, we will get through the list, I promise. I caught like 20 of those lamps. I got like this like legendary one that's huge, and it's so OP because it just starts rolling and like instantly knocks out like everything. So I use it all the time, and I basically just tell it to go on a killing spree and just knock everything unconscious so I can just run around and pick stuff up. It's absolutely wonderful. I love it. I'm just like, just go sick them. Just go sick them. Just go knock them out. That game is so... That game, I love it, but it's like, I kind of feel bad about some of the stuff I do in that game. I'm like, ooh, a new pal. Let me go over there with my giant stick and knock it nearly unconscious and chuck a ball at it. A lucky pal? I'm not 100% sure what the right phrasing is. I'm going with legendary as a generic term. Actually, making videos about them, then live streams might get you through them, but some games like Yume Nikki, in my opinion, are recommended for live streaming. That's what I'm thinking about doing. So what I really need to do is sit down, probably tonight, I'm going to sit down and start making a better plan. So, like, what I put out on, like, for this week is just kind of a continuation of things that we've already been doing. Like, we're already in the middle of Amori, so we're going to finish off Amori. That's going to keep going on every Wednesday. Until we finish that game. The Wednesday and Friday live stream slots, we're going to be doing games that are most appropriate for a live streaming, like, interaction. But what I think is really going to happen is I'm going to come up with, like, a short list of games. And I'm like, these are videos now. These are going to be videos. My first time experience with them is going to be a video. So if you want to see that experience, you're going to have to watch the video about it. And I think that's just what I'm going to do from now on. And they're going to be more like Let's Plays instead of like real videos. It's not going to be like a review. More as like, hey, we're playing this and you're going to watch me play it. So it's kind of like a live stream, but it's like cut down and I can cut around a little bit to like save some time. So you're not just watching me like run around in circles figuring stuff out, right? I can get to the point. Fortunately, you're not forced to do a lot of the bad stuff. I mean, I know I'm not forced to do it, but I end up doing it anyways, because sometimes it's easier. I've never butchered pals personally. Like, listen, I was still learning the game, and the fact that I was just like, oh my god, it's so much easier to collect stuff like this. I'm not afraid to admit that I went on a little bit of a beating spree. Listen, now I've got my land ball to do that for me. So, like, listen, the blood's at least off my hands in some capacity. Just how many games do you have in backlog? Oh, God. There has got to be at least 20 games in total now that I, like, have been gifted to me and or I have promised to play on this channel at some point. At least 20. Which is, does it seem like a lot until you realize, like, each game is probably... in and of itself 20 to 40 hours each of content that all needs to be figured out, like how to like be presented to everybody like in my audience. So I think, like, for example, I'll give you a really good example of a game that I'm probably going to make a video about and not live stream is Secret Little Haven. That was a game that was gifted to me by Just Ones and Zeros. I've been meaning to play that for a while, but I think that's a short enough experience where I could just make a video about that. And, like, that'll be it. It'll be done. It'll be over. It's off my list. Doing bad stuff because it's efficient is what you understand where I get it from, then, Marshallis. You understand because, like, that's how I play RimWorld. I am very evil in RimWorld. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna, like, pretend for a second that I'm not, right? Listen, it's survival of the fittest on that planet. It's survival of the cutest, and we'll be the cutest. Secret Little Haven is one of my favorite games of all time. It's also not that long, so I think doing it on a live stream is not the best way to have that experience. And I also know, like, there are some other games where I may actually do the entire game offline, like Pony Island, just because, like, even if I put up in chat, please don't put in spoilers. Somebody every once in a while comes in and drops a spoiler in the chat. And it's just like, And it creates extra work for the moderators, too. And I really don't, like, unless, like, I don't like doing that, like, anyways. Like, so it's just like, might be easier for some games to just do them offline. And then that way it's not a problem and we're all just enjoying the experience. Cannibalism is cheese, wink. Yeah, we've been meaning to do, we've been doing the same free game for over a month at this point. It's shocking how much backlog quickly balloons the game time. Yes! Yes, so you understand exactly where I'm coming from. And it's like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh god, like, we can't even get through Amori, right? Like, I mean, we are getting through Amori, right? But this is taking more time than I thought it was. So, I don't know what I'm going to do there. And I also promised I was going to make a video about, like, our Cutie Craft server. I still haven't even gotten the file. Like, I got to follow up with Karu. Because, like, I still haven't gotten a downloaded copy of the server to film on yet. And I, like, really need that. Because, here's the thing. I'm not going to ask everybody to log off the server just so I can film on it. It's going to take me hours to do this. Right? And that's not nice of me to go kick everybody's off the server while I do this, right? So what I'm trying to do is get a downloaded copy to my computer so I can just explore it in single player. So that's what the delay is on that video.
Floating away today, Super Head patted $4.29. Totally up to Miss Rian, but if Miss Rain ever want to try Subnautica agents whenever in the future. TH is a good stopping point if it's really not your thing. The game has 3.5 sections.
So the thing with, like, Subnautica is that I felt a little overwhelmed with that game. It's not that I didn't like that game. I felt overwhelmed by it. And, like, kind of leading up to the, like, last couple of weeks, it was just, like, it was a big learning curve for me. And it's not that I didn't necessarily like it. I just found it to be, like, kind of overwhelming with, like, where I was at mentally at that time.
At Floating Away today, Super Head patted $2.14. 1 Survive Learn, 2 Explores, Prepare, 3 Endgame, 0.5 Epilogue Act 1 is not too big and it's a good stopping point if it's not for Miss Rain.
Here's what I'm going to say about Subnautica. I still plan to actually do that game, but I just found it to be a little overwhelming, like, where I was at, like, mental health-wise at the time, just because I was getting already overwhelmed. And that is a game that is, by design, supposed to be somewhat complicated and overwhelming. I just think that it was, like, kind of the wrong timing for me, and that's why I switched off to something else that was a little bit more straightforward. Like, Amori is very straightforward. It's a very straightforward, like, gaming experience, and I kind of just needed something that was a little easier to, like, kind of, like, interact with. So it's not that I stopped doing Subnautica. Actually, you know what? Why don't we put it on for this Friday? I think I put up Vox Libre for this Friday, but you know what? We'll just do Subnautica this Friday. How's that sound for you, cutie? Also, head pats to you. Thank you so much for the suits. Oh God, Rain, speak. Thank you so much for the super head pats, cutie. I appreciate it so much. I wanted something else that had bullet hell patterns, but didn't have, I'm probably butchering this. Is it Tohu? How do you actually pronounce the name of that game? I love the characters from that game. I haven't never played it, though. I'm just going to be real with you. I have no idea what that game is about. All I know is that the characters are really awesome and the music is super good. Speak, Raid, speak. Bark, bark, bark. No, I meow. 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 Tofu. That's how you say it. It's tofu. It's called tofu. To-do? Okay. To-do? To be honest, I prefer watching streams of shorter games over longer ones where I prefer videos. So you prefer the longer games to be a video format, and you would prefer that if we just did like shorter games on live stream? Actually, why don't we just put that to a vote? I don't know how many people are watching right now, but we'll just screw it. We'll just put it up to a vote. Let's just see what everybody thinks. Start a poll. Shorter games for streams, longer for videos. Longer. Yeah. No. I don't know. I don't even really know how to phrase this, Paul. Just go ahead and just pick something.
At Floating Away Today, Super
I'm
Head
just getting your
patted
feedback.
$2.14. It's totally up to Miss Rain, and what make Miss Rain happy? No stress, as long as Miss Rain is happy.
I am very happy. I just kind of let things build up on me for a little bit too long. That's my own fault, right? Like, and I'm very bad about that. Like, I'm not a perfect person in any capacity, right? Like, I am capable of falling into my own traps. I am, like, capable of not, like, following my own advice, like, from time to time. Come on. Why? YouTube. Don't. Oh, God. Hate YouTube sometimes. I'm, like, really bad at following my own advice sometimes, like, especially, like, when I'm, like, really working on a lot of things, and I'm like, no, I can ignore that. No, I can put that off. No, I can take it easy later, right? Like, I also fall into, like, the trap very easily because, like, I'm disabled, right? And it's like, well, what else am I gonna do other than just lay in bed and bed rot and, like, focus on my pain? So I often overdo work because it's like, I don't want to be lazy, but then, like, I end up, like, doing too much work where I really should be maybe going, like, actually, it is time to bed rot. You deserve that. Also, thank you again for the super head pat, cutie. Don't make me forget that. It just seems like most of you all agree on that. Like, we've been doing, like, these full gaming experiences on stream. Honestly, if we get any more viewership, that might be a good consideration, doing more spoilerly or risky games as videos. That's what I... Honestly, and it seems like that's what the community wants, at least from, like, this subsection of the community that watches the live streams. And I kind of like that I'm doing the poll here because, like, you're all the core audience of the live stream. So what you want me to do on stream matters to you. Everybody else is going to go watch the videos. They're not even here right now. Like, I know some of the regulars are missing the streams right now, right? But, like, a majority of you, like, do catch these streams consistently. So I do care about, like, what type of, like, content we do on the live stream specifically for this specific part of my audience. It's very difficult to stop her from more overworking. I've tried many times. It can be because, like, I'm very good at not only lying to myself, but because I'm so good at lying to myself, I can, like, sell that lie to other people very easily. Because they're like, Rain, are you doing okay? You look like you're stressed out. You look like you've been doing a lot recently. I'd be like, I'm totally fine. Everything's great. How are you doing, cutie? Don't worry about me, right? Even if I'm not doing all right. Like, I'm very guilty of doing that. Rain, why does your avatar have an eye patch, by the way? It is, because, like, my character wasn't fully fleshed out, the original purpose behind the eye patch is a representation of my military service and my disability. So because I was in the Marine Corps, it both represents my military service, you know, being kind of like a sailor in a sense, right? And it also covers my eye where I got injured. So even though like my injury is in my hips, right, I still wanted something that represented it anyways, even if it's not like a one-to-one representation of what my actual disability is. But that's the nice thing about art and designing your own characters. You can kind of be creative with that kind of stuff, you know? Same with like the leather collar. The leather collar is also a military thing. Because for those who are not aware, Marines are often referred to as leathernecks. So that's what that is. It's a leather protective collar. And definitely not a catgirl collar. Definitely not a catgirl collar. It would definitely not like double as a catgirl collar in any capacity. If anyone is interested in, is it Rabby Ribby? It's a Metrodivania bullet hell about a bunny that randomly transformed into a bunny girl trying to figure out what's going on with her and the people in the world. That does sound like a lot of fun. So it's kind of related to piracy. You know what? Honestly, I don't care. Yeah, you know what? It is. Let's do it. Yar. Do I sound like enough of a pirate to you? Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. What do we do with the drunken lady? What do we do with the drunken lady? What's the other one? What's the lyrics to Weather? Soon may the weather man come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. Right? Like I could get into it. I know sea shanties. Catgirl collar. Fun fact, eye patches were used by pirates even with two healthy eyes. It meant that when they were below the decks, they could lift it. That is actually the real reason for it, Marshalis. Yes, you are 100% correct. It is so that they would just slide the eye patch over to the eye that was meant to be above deck. So they had an above deck eye and a below deck eye. That is the real reason for the eye patch. And it wasn't just pirates that did that. Like, sailors did that, too. Do Marines gotta learn guerrilla warfare? We learn how to do everything. That's the crappy part about being in the Marine Corps. You should add a little bell to the collar, because ships have bells somewhere. Yes, that definitely will not make it look like a catgirl collar at all. Because I know resting is hard. It might be prudent to find a recreational activity. I've mentioned this a bunch of times to a bunch of folks, but like one of my biggest issues is that all of my hobbies have become content for my I just become content. All my I used to draw recreationally for fun. That has become content. I used to play video games for fun. All of that has become content, right? I used to hang out on social media for fun. That's all technically become content. I don't know what to do. Sometimes I really sit there and I'm like, I don't know what to do because if I do this thing, I really should just be using it for work. I really do find myself in that trap a lot. And then that's how I end up continuing to keep working on something. It's well, I might as well just do it, right? Might as well just make content about it, right? And I guess I'm having fun still. But it's not the same kind of experience as when you do something for yourself. When I play Open TTD for myself, I still do that sometimes, and that's a lot of fun. But I don't really get a lot of time to play that. Finally finished my drawing from yesterday. Time for breakfast. I'd love to see it. Oh God, I'm falling so far behind on the chat. Okay, wait. Let me get caught up. they used to take cats on ships to kill the rats, so, well, I mean, I'm just gonna say this. Starbuck has a lot of skills, but she doesn't seem like a mouser to me. just from my observations the past couple of months, that cat does not strike me as a mouser. Snack, welcome to the stream, cutie. How you doing today? Isekai'd into chat. Hey, that's how I isekai'd into chat, too. Boy, if y'all wondering where Ray came from, check out this isekai story. I've got a real life isekai backstory. How many people do you actually know that could be like, yeah, I was really isekai'd and I actually did turn into another person? Isekai'd into a VTuber cat girl. Rated PG-13. Alvy, welcome to the stream, cutie. Oh, I'll send it in Discord. Awesome. Time for tea. See you later, folks. Crazy Krita, it's good to have you here as always. Set up the anti-work barricades. So I kind of have done something like that already. So I made some improvements. Like I basically dragged Anna into my room one day and I'm like, hey, you're going to help me move some stuff around so that like we can improve my streaming setup and I can kind of break away from work a little bit more. And a couple of the changes I made is I got my super comfy chair set up properly. I also had to have like Anna readjust the height of my desk for me to make this work. But now I sit in a super comfy plush chair. I have like this ottoman in front of me. I am like at peak comfort. I'm basically floating in like a chair cloud hammock, a plushy chair cloud hammock, which is why I can now sit in front of the computer for hours and hours and my hips don't hurt anymore because it's really easy to adjust in this. There's no pinch points in the chair. There's nothing really like I'm sitting on that would make my hips uncomfortable. So I feel like I'm almost like kind of back to normal with like a setup like this. It's so comfy. I've actually fallen asleep in this chair in front of the computer a few times. So that's helped a lot. The other thing that I've changed is that I've put some stuff on my iPad and like I make sure that I can't access my computer after a certain point anymore. So like pretty much after 8 p.m., I turn my computer off and I'm on my iPad, which is really annoying to use. And I really don't like using Discord or like social media on my iPad because I just find it frustrating to type on. So that's helped me a lot, like kind of like break away from things because now I'm only basically just watching YouTube videos on that or just like maybe a TV show or something. So, like, those are, like, some of the anti-work barricades I've set up for myself just to give myself some balance. But, like, really the biggest factor and the thing that I need to, like, address the most is the me factor. And the fact that I'm, like, basically a workaholic and I'm addicted to work and I absolutely, like, just love, for whatever reason, punishing myself. I must be some sort of masochist. I must be some sort of masochist. I don't know why I do it to myself. I mean, I both feel absolutely exhausted by it, but like so accomplished at the same time. But you just can't keep doing that to yourself. It's not sustainable. I'm okay. I just got out of an important work meeting, and now I'm back to neglecting my duties like usual. I see the opposite of me. I got electrocuted by a faulty router and got transported to another world where I'm stuck in the chat of a cute streamer. That is a hell of a title for a new manga. You're going to have to send it my way. I think I'm just going to play Pal World after this stream. I think I'm going to figure out what games, based on like this poll that I'm looking at here, I'm going to find a list of games. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish Amori on stream because like we already started it on stream, so I'm just going to finish it on live stream, right? But I think for the other games, we're going to do those offline, and I'll make videos around them. That's why I gave myself the Tuesday and the Thursday off so that I have time to actually work on that. And also get a chance to recover from, like, streaming. It's a pilgrimage. I love that word. I don't know why. I love the word pilgrimage. Workaholic, no! Workaholic, yes. I remember when I was working at my old job, and there was an office party going on, and I was the only one at my desk, and I had like a little plate of like party food, right? But I was like at my desk still working at emails, and like one of my coworkers come over, and they're like, what the hell are you doing still working? Everybody's outside having fun. And I'm like, I'm a workaholic, right? And I just looked at them, and they like stared back at me, and I'm like, well, guess it's better than an alcoholic, right? And then they just like walked away from me. I'm going to eat breakfast, so bye-bye. Also I will check it out, I promise. You have a wonderful day, cutie. It was so good to see you again. Would be a light novel rather than a manga, to be frank. But I already got writing projects. I still need to continue. Yeah, no reason to add any more to your plate. Trust me, I totally understand you on that. I sent it. All right, let me see if I can find it. Oh, this is really cute. I love this. All right, hold on. I'm going to put it up on stream. This is adorable. Oh my god, I love it. All right, hold on. We got to come over here now. And then I got to switch it to Discord. Yes. And then I got to turn the screen on. Yes, there it is. It's so cute. I love it. I love the background. Out of all, like, I love the drawing itself, but what complements the character and the pose is, like, literally the background and the coloring really does it for me. Like, this works together very well. Jenny everywhere. Literally me, for real. What is the best part of your job, by the way? Like, what do you look forward to when editing videos and streaming? Honestly, the community interaction. Like, having all of you here talking with you. That's why I could do these chatting live streams for so long. Like, I know I've talked to other VTubers and they're like, oh, chat with people. That's so difficult, right? That's so hard for me to do. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a natural thing that I do, but I love interacting with all of you. I love hearing about things. I love when you show me things, right? That's why I've always kept these like chatting live streams going. It's like pretty much a weekly thing on this channel now. Community interaction, getting your feedback, getting comments from the community. And I know I've been bad recently about responding to comments on my channel, right? But just like interacting with the community overall. Right? That's why I try to hang out for a little while in the Discord each day. That's why I try to hang out on, like, my social media account. So everybody gets a chance to, like, I don't know, hang out with me if they want to. Because it's all optional, right? But you all seem to, like, showing up here and spending time with me. So that's the thing I value the most. The games are wonderful. That gives us a lot of stuff to do together, right? It's a shared experience. Maybe you've already played the game and you're watching me play it for the first time, right? Or, you know, it's something that's brand new for you, but you just didn't feel like playing that game, or maybe you don't have an intention of playing that game for yourself. But it's like sharing those moments together is something I deeply value from the community. That is like the thing that keeps me coming back here, like, consistently. It's what keeps me motivated. What keeps, like, I feel like I feel bad when, like, those past 2 weeks, I was like, I feel really bad. Like, I really want to be here. Like, I really want to hang out with you all because it's fun for me too. Even if it's work, even if it's stress, even if there's a lot, like, I've got to do in the background to, like, get this stuff set up. And then there's a lot of extra stuff I've got to do for myself, for self-care. I still absolutely love it, right? It's worth all the hassle just for that. Looks like we got a job. We gotta have a job ahead of us, splitting games into short games for stream and long games for videos. Yep. My first drawing in that style. I don't usually do coloring before. I think you did an amazing job here. Honestly, you should be very proud of yourself, Peter. You're a phenomenal artist. Also, I feel pretty bad. I know that you mentioned this to me, but I feel bad that, like, I've known you for longer, and I, like, kind of forgot that we met playing Vox Libre originally, like, a really long time ago. Like, I cannot tell you how guilty I felt about that. I'm like, oh my God. Because, like, once it clicked with me, I was like, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Pavat! Oh my God! I went to go look for Pavat, like that Vox Libre server. I can't find it now. Did they take it down? If they did, I'll be a little sad, but I can understand if they did. I can't find pavat.ca anywhere anymore. I was gonna go in there and like check out like what's been going on. I love chat interactions, though I do find chatting difficult still. I think it's the neurodivergence that makes it hard to do just that without doing something else at the same time. So I'm not naturally, like, I'm not an extrovert by any means. I think that I just have, like, learned how to, like, I don't know. Actually, I really don't know how I do it. I'm going to be real with you. Like, because I am naturally introverted. Like, there's a reason why I need to do self-care and, like, recovery mode after live streams. Because, like, once I'm done with this, like, it'll hit me like a sack of potatoes the second I hit the stop streaming button. And I know I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I've been talking for a while. I've burnt out my entire social battery those past 3 to how many hours I was streaming. I need to relax. I need to be quiet for a while. I need to reflect. Maybe I'll just do some drawing for a while and just listen to some music, right? That's like kind of like how I try to balance those things out. I don't know how I could sit here and just yap continuously with people for hours and hours. I don't really know. Because like I said, I'm not naturally extroverted. It is not something that like came naturally to me. Oh, it's fine. After we first met, I didn't present at your stream for a while. I know, but still, like, it should have clicked with me maybe a little. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too hard on myself, right? I mean, it is the internet. There's a lot of people named Peter out there, right? So, but still, it's still like that means a lot to me, though, right? That you followed me all the way from there to here. And you still play on my server all the time. Catwoman, welcome to the stream, cutie. It's so good to see ya. Peter the Goat, I agree. Peter has built some of the coolest stuff on our server. Same, big introvert, but love yapping on streams. I just also have to be playing a game or arting or something. For me, when I'm playing the game, that's where I, like, start to struggle a little bit. And that's why I tell folks, I'm like, hey, listen, when we're playing games, it's harder for me to keep up on chat. Because I do struggle, like, with having to both... Like, I could be funny and play the game at the same time, right? I could be silly and interact with the chat. But, like, I will be real with you. Even if I make it look like I'm doing a good job, I struggle doing all three. Those are the hardest streams for me to do. Celeste was especially difficult because, like, obviously I had to stay talking and reading and also, like, problem solve those really hard robes sometimes. But it does make it more fun, and it gives me the motivation to keep going, too. So it's like, I don't want to, like, oversell the difficulty of it, but it is, like, it's a different type of stress for streaming. And some people might be able to handle that better, whereas, like, I, like, kind of, like, almost find, like, this to be less stressful. Oh, yeah, I changed my name to Peter because most people won't be able to pronounce my original name. What was the original name? What was your original name on Pavat? I'll be sad if they took that server down, though. I built so many cool things on it. I mean, I hadn't played in a long time, so like, it's fine. Oh my god, I remember! Can I be honest with you? I used to, like, in my mind, when I would read that, I would say it's can't. Like, you know, C-A-N-T, can't. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to say it, but that's what I went with. But, like, if I had to take a stab at it, this is me obviously being somewhat silly here, but it's like, can't tie Kai. Chaos, welcome to the stream. Asking someone their dead name, shaking my head. You know what? I didn't even realize that. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Chaos. Your timing was absolutely perfect on that. Welcome to the stream. I see you came in just to throw a wrench at the side of my head. Yeah, it's close to can't, but has more of an H sound. So it's more like can't. I don't know if I said that right. You know what? I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to stop trying. You know what, Peter? If you ever want to, you can spell your name out phonetically to me in like a DM, and I'll try my best to learn it. Chaos strikes one more. Listen, chaos always strikes when you least expect it. That's what I love about you so much. But just remember, I'm still the queen of chaos at the end of the day. On a positive note, we enjoy Sekhmet Saturday. I still gotta learn IPA at some point. Wait, IPA? India Pale Ale? Are you talking about beer? Chaos is a striker. I mean, that's what chaos usually does when it strikes. International Phonetic Alphabet. Oh, like Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Lima, Delta, Echo, right? Like all of that. Zulu, Juliet, Romeo, Foxtrot, right? Like all of that stuff. Yeah, I know how to do it too. Quebec, Yankee, right? I know how to do that. Oh, that's the NATO one. I'm sorry. I get that confused. Well, that's the one I learned anyways. Google it. International Phonetic Alphabet. Okay, hold on. I'm Googling it. I'm doing the Googles. Okay, hold on. Let's see. International Phonetic Alphabet. I don't think I can read this. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Wait, why is one of the answers say trill? Did we, like, get into some, like, Star Trek thing? Hold on, I don't even know if I'm looking at the right thing. Hold on, let me pull this up on stream. Let me pull this up on stream so you can see what I'm talking about here. Is this it? Is this what we're talking about here? This is some linguistic stuff, yeah? English has too many vowels. A, E, I, O, and U? And sometimes Y? I don't think that's too many. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because I've been speaking English my whole life, right? But that seems like the right amount of vowels. Phonetics are fun. Hooked on phonics worked for me, clearly. Actually, I used to stutter really bad when I was a kid. I used to talk like that a lot because I'd be like trying to speak faster than I could actually, like, I don't know, like, I think I just spoke faster than I could actually think sometimes. So I'd, like, get hung up on the words like I'm glitching out. I'd be like, thank you for doing that for me. I'm really excited about like that. Like, and I just, like, go off like that. But, like, I'd start stuttering it out first. This is some nerd shit right here. It absolutely is. Hey, what's the weird letters they have next to the words on Wikipedia? I have no idea. I think they're letters. I don't know. I can't read. I know this is shocking for you all to find out, but I actually can't read or write anything. I've just been guessing what you've all been saying this entire time. Apparently, I'm pretty good at it. I am a nerd. I am also a nerd. You're in good company. I am a huge nerd. I am definitely... Like, and you know how, like, some of those, like, girls, they're like, I'm a nerd. Look, I'm wearing, like, black frame glasses. I'm a nerd now. I'm a gamer. And it's like... Okay. What games do you play? Monopoly Go on my cell phone. It's like, okay, listen, I'm not trying to gatekeep here, but like, we're gonna have to take it up a notch, right? Listen, you gotta do a little bit better than a mobile phone game to call yourself a gamer. Mobile gaming is valid, though. I'm just joking around. Cats are notoriously difficult to teach. I mean, are you, like, starting to realize where I get my, like, cat girl traits from? I'm very stubborn, just like a cat, right? Like, if the cat doesn't want to move somewhere. Have you ever tried to move a cat and they didn't want to move? And they kind of just still sit there, even if you kind of start pushing them a little bit, right? You're, like, nudging them away. And they just kind of give you the stink eyes. I'm definitely like that. I am definitely like that. I'm like, no. No. I'm happy here. You need to move. I have a dictionary for fun. I have the Oxford Compendium to beer because of my old job. Careful, Rain. Our American is showing. Oh, no. I remember some of the mnemonics we used for Morse code and Czech. Trill is proper rolled R. Wait, you gotta roll the R in Trill, so it's like, how do you do that with the T sound? Trill. I don't think you could do T and R at the same time like that. Like, I can roll my R's like that, right? Like, Kriba, right? Like, I could do it a little bit, but I can't do T and R next to each other. Those are letters, not vowels. Wait, what? I don't even know what I'm looking at. I'm going to be real with you. I have no idea what I'm looking at, and I'm basically just being an idiot right now. But, like, I could definitely roll my tongue. Also, I didn't know this, but did you know that some people can't fold their tongue? Like, I can fold my tongue. But, like, some people can't do that. I didn't know that they can't do that. That's so weird. I've always been able to do it. But then I found out the other day that some people just can't. They just can't. It just doesn't work for them. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But apparently some people just, like... They can do it a little bit, but they, like, can't do it to the same extent as, like, some other people then. I think it's a genetic trait. I can fold and roll my tongue. Nature be funny. It's weird how you get... And, like, this is the thing, too. This one's more common. I think more people have picked up on this. But, like, having connected earlobes and disconnected earlobes are, like... Those are random traits, too. A friend of mine, growing up, could, like, extra fold his tongue. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, some people can do that and others can't. And I didn't realize other people can't do that. I just assumed because I could do it, everybody else could do it too. I also thought, like, I don't know. I used to think a lot of my things, I was just, like, bad at, like... Before I started, like... figuring out things in my life, like, right, like, the fact that I have bipolar. You know what I used to, like, my conclusion was? I'm just bad at everything. I'm just bad at, like, controlling my emotions. I'm just bad at living life, right? Like, I'm just bad at it. Everybody else seemed to have gotten it figured out, and I just apparently didn't get the memo. American English has like 14 to 16 vowels. Oh, there is one last thing I gotta do, and I'm gonna do it on live stream before we go, because we've only got a couple minutes left before I'm gonna wrap this live stream up, and I want to do this before the end of the live stream. So, 1 second here. Where is it? All time. Thank you. Wait, how do I get the full report? Ah, there it is. There it is. All. CSV. All of them. Yes, thank you. I know a bunch of new folks have been, like, supporting me on Ko-Fi, and I haven't, like, I promised I was going to do this, but then I took the 2 weeks off. So I'm going to make sure before the end of this live stream that I actually do have everything that we need there. Transactions all. Perfect. All right. Let me just go ahead and get this opened up here and get the list of names. Oh, no. Oh, hold on a second. I screwed this up. Oh, no, I can't include my name in it. Oh, no, not like that. Not like that. Why? Why does it do it this way? Why? I keep forgetting this is a problem with the way that Ko-Fi, like, does this. Okay, Control F. Okay, what I thought was going to be a really simple, easy name update ended up not being, so I'm going to end up doing it after stream. So I am really sorry, but the way that Ko-Fi gives off the list of, like, names includes things that I sometimes send support for, or if I bought, like, something, like, from somebody else, like, to be supportive, like, it includes those in there, and it's going to just list my name along with it. So I got to filter all of that out before I can just update the list. But I will have it ready for Wednesday's stream. Rain cute. I don't know about that. That's still yet to be proven to me. Posted a GIF on Discord server, general chat. Useful if you want to say goodbye in style. Let me take a look. Let's see what you got for me. Aw, that is cute. You know, I should draw something like this. You know, I think I'm good enough where I could probably animate something like this. I'll pull it up on stream real quick, just so that, like, we can take a look at, like, what you were talking about real quick. That is cute, though. I really do like that. What is it? Oh, great. Yeah, hold on a second. Let me close that out, because I don't want you to... I don't want y'all to see my Ko-Fi back end. One second. That's why I do, like, all, like, the switching between, like, websites. Like, I kind of, like, put that down just in case, you know, I open up, like, a panel that, like, had, like, private information in it. Okay, what the hell? Okay, wait, I got this. Hold on. I know what to do here. There we go. That fixed it. This is the one that Paragon was talking about. Rain? Is it not rain? Absolutely not. Untruthfully, the cute. Oh my god, there are so many, like, Oh my God, there's, I can't even tell if that's a positive or a negative. That was beautifully done, Chaos. All right, so like I said, I am going to go ahead, and this is where I'm going to wrap up the live stream. As I mentioned, I know a bunch of new folks have recently supported me on Ko-Fi. I will have the list updated. I literally just downloaded it. I thought it was going to be a simple copy-paste thing where I could just paste it into OBS and it'll be done. Looks like I'm going to have to, like, clean up the list a little bit first before I do that. But before I go, here is the list from the past 30 days of all the people who have generously supported to me. And I greatly appreciate everybody, especially over the past 2 weeks. There was a lot of people when I did my disability AMA last week, which was the only stream I did while I was taking a break, that like gave a ton of support. It always has a huge impact on me. So from the bottom of my heart to yours, thank you all so much. But with all of that out of the way, thank you all so much for joining this live stream, and I hope everyone out there has a wonderful day. Rain may deny it, but she's a cutie. Did you really use your 14-month membership thing for that, Snack? You almost caught me right before the stream was like, I was literally about to hit the mute button on the microphone. Cutie, you are the cutest. I will always deny it. You are cute, not me. That's you. All right, now it's time for me to go. I hope everyone out there has a wonderful and an adorable day, especially Snack. All right, bye-bye.